go live.
I did it. Hey y'all, welcome back to the Reality Kingdom, where we put the real in reality or whatever, period. My name is Lisa Rose. I'm
Period.
here with my co-host, the wonderful, 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 wonderful Pharaoh Famous.
Period.
Girl, la la, how are you doing
Period.
today? How did you like the episode?
Period. I'm doing wonderful. I'm so glad to be here to talk about RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars
RuPaul's
season
Drag Race.
10.
Start your
Start your
engines. RuPaul's
engines.
Drag Race. May the best
May the
drag
best-
queen win.
best win.
Oh, I know the checks and balances.
I know that's right, bitch. Yes, I'm here. I'm very excited. This was a cute first 1-2 episodes. I actually really did enjoy it. How did you feel, baby?
No, I really, really was seated for it. I really enjoy the twist. I still feel like I wish there was a little bit tweaks to it or whatever, but I think that this portion of the show is going to be really, really fun, really, really interesting.
Mhm.
My issue is the idea that there's going to be a lip sync for the crown at the end, because he essentially said that in the rules that there's going to be a final lip sync for the crown. I'm assuming is that going to be at top 9?
Ain't no way.
Because, bitch, I don't want to see a Lollapalooza to the crown. That will be insane, especially because dictating a lip sync on a season where there's like 9 queens lip syncing, it's like I don't know how that's gonna go.
Right. I feel like for me, the twist right now, the show is very, very still good. This is still a great show. These have been 2 great episodes. But I already can tell that I'm not going to like the twist, because when we get to episode 4 and some of these queens are no longer on my screen for 6 weeks, I think by the end of it, by right now, we can enjoy the ride and I'm going to enjoy the ride. But when we get to week 7 or whatever, episode 9 or whatever it is, when it's the 9 queens coming back, I'm going to be like, hold on. Where's all my fave? Or if one of my faves go and then somebody who I feel like isn't that good was able to stay because the bracket they're in is, I feel like eventually I'm gonna be annoyed, but I'm gonna just enjoy it while I can. I'm enjoying it right now.
Yeah, especially because this bracket is really cute. Like, this is a pretty no shade predictable bracket a little bit. Like, by the end of episode 2, we already know that Aja, Bosco, and Irene, they got it locked up. It's no shade. 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 But in general, I really enjoy just being able to see the queens again. That's really fun in general. The thing is, though, if it's 3 episodes per bracket, that's already 9 episodes. 3,
right.
Yeah, 9. And there's only 12 episodes in the season. So that leaves 3 out. And Alessandro said in the chat, I believe there's 2 competitive episodes after the merge, then the finale. And I would like it a little bit more, but that still leaves 7 girls at the finale.
Well, Almarosa says, I heard it's going to be top 9 that goes to a top 6, and then the top 4, and then the final 4 will be in the finale.
Okay,
so it goes from 9 to 6.
I like it a little bit more. How are we going to go from 9 to 6 and then 6 to 4? Is it lip syncing? Right. Because I think that's my main issue. All he mentioned was lip sync. Now, RuPaul has twist and gigs, so maybe it'll still give a little bit. But other than that, girl, I don't know. I'm not excited for that section of it, but I'm not going to be pessimistic. I'm going to enjoy it while it lasts or whatever. And we're going to see what it gives.
I think so too. I think we should just see what it gives, y'all. Because even if it is weird, it could still give in this season. There's times where the Lollapalooza on the finale works. There's times where it doesn't work as well. So maybe with this cast, the twist will be fine, but we won't know till we get there. So I guess we'll see, child.
Girl, we'll definitely have to see. Have you still been watching any past seasons or whatnot, or you're done with that?
No, let's
drag queens, because you're homophobic.
I did say fuck the drag queen. So this is what happened. Lisa told me what to do. And I didn't listen to what Lisa told me what to do.
When do you ever?
Lisa said, I never do, really, truly. Lisa said, after you watch 5, just go to 6. This is what I did. I watched 5 and I was like, I miss Alexis Mateo. So I have to watch season 1. Which I feel like I feel like if Alexis Mateo was my favorite drag queen at the time, I said what I said. So I watched season All Stars 1. And then I got to episode 3. And then I was gone.
And I told your ass not to watch All Stars 1. The only good thing about All Stars 1 is episode 1, and especially the Untucked episode 1.
Bang! Bang! Bam! Bam!
Girl, I mean that Untucked gives you so many iconic moments. Act the fool, girl.
The
Act
fool.
act the fool. And then
The
when
fool.
y'all was like, because someone has to go home first. They was on Mimi I'm first
Jeez.
ass real bad.
And
But
they needed to be off her ass.
child,
Not that
one who cares about my updates, I did start watching Drag Race UK. I got all the way to season 3. Season 3 was boring as shit. I mean,
damn.
a fest. So I didn't finish that. No shade. Now y'all know how recapping Drag Race gets me. So there's a high possibility I will end up watching the All Stars, binging the US All Stars. But then after that, I think I'm gonna go ahead and go over to Canada, or I'll just start with Canada because UK. I mean, the first 2 seasons were cute, but it's like season 1 was not the most interesting. Season 2 was great, and then season 3 is boring as shit. So it's just like, I don't know what that's really gonna give. And then some of the queens over there, like, they really do not serve it up like the Americans. It's no shade. Like, it seems like every single episode, RuPaul is having to tell them, y'all need to step y'all pussy up. Y'all need to do this. Y'all need to do that. And it's like, girl, why can't y'all keep up? I mean, there's only a few girls who really are keeping up, but other than that, most of the girls are flopping. Like, it's actually bad. But some of my faves, of course, the Vivian, my diva, R.I.P. sister. And then I actually really, really like Lawrence Chaney from season 2. And then I really want to just talk about Taste from season 2. I showed Pharaoh Taste. Okay, Taste, this diva, this icon, this lip sync assassin, like, she is so iconic and she's gorgeous as hell. Like, why did no one tell me about that diva? But I love her. Love Tia Coffee. It's a few names I really enjoyed. What was her name? Damn, it was the girl on this season I'm watching because I didn't write her name down, but she is really young. She had a lot of plastic surgery, it's no shade, and she has the bald, shaved, blonde head. Love her. Love her. What is her name? I cannot recall it. But she's really cunty. I feel like a lot of people was just like not really catching my eye. And then the lack of diversity is also like, I really wish RuPaul would take it amongst himself to, kind of force that in, especially with the international seasons, only because, like, why are we erasing kind of the origin of where drag comes from? You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Yes, Crystal Versace, love her. I also do love Bimini. Bimini was so fun from season 1. But yeah, no, it's just I hate that. I hate that, and it wasn't interesting. It couldn't keep me as fully interested. Like, I think the reason why season 2 was so good for me is because the personalities was good, and then you have someone like Taste who made it all the way to the end, someone that I could root for. So it was like, usually if there isn't that much diversity in a reality TV cast, I'm just not seated for it, honestly. So I think that's really what made me be like, Now, from watching BB Canada, I know that Canada is a little bit more diverse, so I'm interested to see if Drag Race Canada is going to give diverse. I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds very interesting. Maybe Drag Race Canada is where you need to go. Well, chat. Somebody said Canada is cute. They said Canada's cute, Canada's good, but y'all aren't gagging. So what's the next gag if it's not UK and it's not Canada? What season do we need to watch to gag at?
The girls be saying Philippines and things like that, but they have the subtitles, the subtitles.
You got to get into the subtitles, girl.
Girl, I feel like they said that I actually saw a clip and they said the Filipino version, they are bilingual a little bit. So sometimes they do speak in English and then I just have to read the captions or whatever. But I do want to get into it. The France version looks really interesting, like as far as looks and things like that. But like I said, that's gonna have to be a whole different thing. And then Alessandro, he in the chat letting us know Dragula by the Boulay brothers or whatever like that. It's like this horror version of Drag Race. I thought it was like a spinoff, and he let me know, no, RuPaul does not acknowledge her. It's giving very much BBUS, BB Canada, Survivor US, Survivor Australia. She don't know her. But it's giving like gory, like really campy, out there type of drag, and I'm interested in it. So
I saw a clip. It looked cute. The clip looked cute.
So I really want to immerse myself into all of those things. Also, y'all, is UK versus the world good? Because I think they have like 3 seasons, and I feel like that may be interesting because it's the versus the world. Like that just seems like a campy ass twist. But like I'm also thinking like maybe the international girlies isn't as just entertaining in general. Like, no shade, Americans, they're loud, they're ghetto, they're urban. Okay, they will take it there. And I feel like overseas, they don't really have that representation. So they don't give that. So I don't know. I'm interested.
Now, speaking of Dragula,
the girls are saying no about UK versus the world. Oh Lord. I was excited because I know Tia Coffee wins one of those seasons, and I was like, I want to see her glow up. I thought it would be fun.
Ooh, don't bother. They said don't bother.
I don't like any versus the world. Oh, Tasia.
Oh, baby. But yes, I see a lot of comments talking about Dragula and Canada and Philippines and da 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 da. I'm gonna call y'all out. You Drag Race Kingdom, y'all not showing out on the Reality Rewind link. There is a link in the description where you can vote for any show for us to potentially cover for the next Reality Rewind series. Right now, we're covering Love Island because the Love Island girlies showed out. You Drag Race girlies be wanting us to watch this and this and this and this and that and that and that and that, but don't be putting y'all votes. Votes matter. Voting matters. What does RuPaul say? Bitch, send in your votes.
Put that base in your vote. Cover girl. No, and I do want to say I suggested that we start a Drag Race Rewind, and Pharaoh declined. So eat her up.
So this is what Pharaoh said. This is what Pharaoh said. Pharaoh said, or this is what Pharaoh may have thought. Reality Rewind, Big Brother Rewind, Survivor Rewind. We're doing Drag Race. We're doing Drag Race All Stars. We're doing the challenge. Well, I'm doing the challenge.
I don't know who's doing the challenge.
I am. I'm doing Amazing Race. We're doing Survivor regular. We doing Big Brother regular. We doing the Traders regular.
I'm confused.
We doing regular. We doing regular.
We can run it the same time as a Drag Race season, like how we doing Survivor. It could be fun.
Mind you, right now, what are we doing? Let's pull up. Let's pull it up. We can pull it up because there's a lot going on.
Yeah, you're mad about
it. But this is what I'm saying, y'all. This is what I'm saying. If Lisa Rose want to do a rewind, why she not doing it?
Girl, because they want to.
I think Lisa Rose should do.
They want to.
I think Lisa Rose should do the Drag Race.
They want to see us talk about the girl. No. Drag Race is not fun to talk about alone. Like I can't get up there alone and talk about the looks and stuff like that. I want to be able to like bounce off of somebody. But I voted Drag Race 5. So if we want to, start an alliance, however, BGC 7 needs to win. I don't know. Look, okay. We had Jersey Shore. I let y'all have Love Island. BGC 7. Okay? Don't play with me.
Personally, I just need anything black. So can the black people get a group chat started to where y'all agree on a vote?
Flavor of love.
I need y'all to agree on it. Because you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna tell y'all the team. I'm not one of those politicians who keep it in the behind the scenes. The tea is there was some black options, and y'all was all voting. Y'all was splitting y'all votes. Mm-hmm. So then Love Island ended up winning, eating your ass up. So the black girl, well, there is black girlies on Love Island, so shout out to that. But
a lot of the black people love Love Island season 6
for the flavor of love of it all, for the BGC of it all, shit, Real Housewives of it all. I need y'all to link up and decide. Okay.
And get into it. Thank you, mom. Props to your mama.
Thank you, mamas.
All right, girl. So you want to go ahead and get into this episode or whatever, period.
This is a motherfucking episode or whatever.
I just want to shout out Tasia because he said, Lisa, are you leading us again today? Yes, girl. Okay. I have been promoted. Okay. So I will be running the Drag Race party all season long. And if you don't like it, shut up about it. I don't want to hear it.
Period.
But let's go ahead and get into the episode, child. So what I found interesting is that the entrance was just to meet the queens.
It was.
I don't understand why. I mean, I guess. It's just I saw it. So when we got into the episode, I was like, okay, we saw this already. We saw this entire intro. It's cute or whatever. And it is what it is. But I was just like thinking it'll be a little bit more. When did they start walking in on the runway with All Stars?
Right.
Because I've never seen that. Well, it has to be a recent All Star thing because I was like, well, I've never seen this before.
All Stars 9, they didn't do it. They didn't do that on All Stars 9.
No, they didn't do All Stars 9 either. Oh yeah, they did do All Stars 9.
Mm-mm.
Oh, Alessandra
versus the world
started it. I mean, personally, I don't need to see them walk on a runway. I mean, I think it's tradition to walk into the workroom. Like this is the work.
I like them seeing each other and commentating on each other as they walk in. Like What the fuck is y'all doing? Y'all think this is cute? It's not. Wrap it up, baby.
I guess they wanted it to be like an event because it's bracket style. It feels like a tournament. So it's like you walk out, boom, the tournament starting. I wanna be the very best. Do that. No one ever was. Shout out to Aja. Shout out to Aja, girl. That's a Pokemon stand right there, bitch. Smooch 'em, a Roserade, and Jinx. Gag it.
I have a hot take. Hate Pokemon. Somebody tweeted, I am a hater. And I think
how many things are you going to hate? Right. Y'all want to know what Pharaoh was doing on the phone early this morning? Hating on Aja, Deja, and Olivia. That's not true. Black queens we have.
So that's not true. Let me tell you what Pharaoh was actually doing. Pharaoh was hating on Deja and Olivia Lewks because Aja got my staring card this episode. No shit.
Period. Oh, you caught the Pokeball, is what you're saying.
I think she threw the Pokeball at me and caught me because I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to stand a little bit now. But what I was gonna say, I don't fuck with Pokemon. I can't fuck with Pokemon. And what it is it's like that thing. You know how like if you eat a lot of peanut butter as a youngster, you don't really like peanut butter growing up. I just can't do it. It's just too much for me. It's just too much. In the Sinnoh region, in the Gato region, in the nigga region, all of that, it's just too much for me.
Crazy. I don't know. It's really campy. It's fun. I used to play all the Pokemon games. I remember my very first Nintendo DS I got when I was 10 years old. It was the blue one. It was the flip up. And my first game was Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. I think I had Pearl. I had Diamond because it was blue.
So I had a Nintendo DS as well, and I broke it. Let me tell you what happened. I was playing Transformers because I wasn't a Pokemon girl. I was more of a let me race and let me.
Oh, you're a boy.
Let me do some other shit. It was giving real masculine. It was giving. That was when I was straight, right? So I was playing Transformers and I was so interested in this mission. It was like 9 p.m., 10 p.m. I needed to be asleep. Maybe 11, 12, 1. I needed to be asleep, but I was really, really trying to pass this mission. And so I kept losing. And when I would lose, I would like take out my anger on the DS. So I would like, and you know how it snaps forward.
You were one of those kids?
Well, let me explain. Because I would like from y'all. I would just like, I would slightly bend. I wouldn't bend it enough to break it. I would like, I would angrily, right? So I would do that. And then one time and it broke. And I was like, I just really could not let out my frustration because I was not a frustrated kid. I was not the kid to yell or scream at my parents or anybody. I wasn't the kid to fight anybody. I wasn't a fighter. I was a really cute, nice, really, respectful kid. So I didn't do any of that. But my way to let out my anger in that moment was that. And maybe I should have let it out in a different way. Maybe I should have went to bed. But anyways, I broke it. And I was like, damn. The girls in the chat, they talking about straight. They talk about nothing. Wait,
because you said a bunch of bullshit. You really did. All the way up until when you say you hate Pokemon, because hating Pokemon is honestly a character flaw, in my opinion. She is an all-timer. I
characterize nothing in your mouth.
Say it again.
Right? Huh?
Yeah. You won't repeat it. I know that's right.
I could,
but you won't. I'm obsessed with water type Pokemon. I guess because I'm a Pisces, water sign, fish. I love water benders and Avatar: The Last Airbender. I love water Pokemon, bitch. I wanted to be Misty so damn bad, bitch. Okay, like love water type Pokemon. That was my whole thing. I was like, if Pokemon was ever real, bitch, I'm having a team full of motherfucking water types. Okay,
what's crazy? I hate the water type Pokemon.
Okay, you're a weak ass bitch. Do you also hate?
I love the like grass type.
Do you also hate waterbenders?
Don't love waterbenders. I love the earthbenders.
Y'all see out here, weirdo? Y'all see that?
I just feel like Toph washes everybody, so it's nothing for me.
Katara exists. Anyways.
Katara exists to get washed by Toph.
Speaking of Pokemon,
right?
Our new fave, Aja. Ciao. We love Aja over here. We're not gonna talk shit about Aja. We stand the diva.
Well, let's speak for ourselves.
You can get dragged by her. Look, Aja. I respect you, diva. I always did. First of all, Candy Muse is my drag sister, so I would never go against you, Mama. I would never go against you. But
if you go against the queen, it's gonna cost you.
Pharaoh was saying some really interesting things last podcast, and Aja had to check us. Diva checked us. She checked us. She did.
She
And
did check us.
and guess what? I'm gonna shut the fuck up because Aja scared me a little bit. She do. I feel like Aja will whip my ass. I do. She's from Brooklyn. I'm not with none of that. I'm not from the Bronx. I'm not from the Queens. I'm not from.
Legit,
I
legit.
don't do that. I don't get down like that. I don't know nothing about that lifestyle.
Legit,
So
legit.
you know, Aja baby, you always gonna be my mama. You always gonna be my drag mother at that. Put me in drag, Diva, please.
So this is the thing. In reality, Aja did check us in the DM, y'all.
As she should, because Pharaoh was talking too much shit.
As she should, because I was talking shit, and I respect that. I respect that. And this is the thing. Really, she checked me because I was the one talking.
I said because I was here or there. I can't lie.
Because I was the one talking. But this is what I will say. This is what I will say. This is what I will say. Aja, her checking me didn't do it. Trust. Because I'm a bad bitch. Because I'm a bad bitch. But after watching these episodes, there's nothing else to say. There's nothing else to say because she what is it called? What is it called? Actions speak louder than words. Them words, I was like, girl, if it's not given, it's not given. And then it gave. So it didn't really matter because she got on this motherfucking screen and she snatched my stand card. So now I'm an Aja fan.
And I was like, once you get to know her, you're not gonna like this was your first impression. So you were only judging
my first impression.
But knowing more of her personality, of course you're gonna like her. Because I love Candy Muse, I loved Aja, I love Tsunami Muse. They're all associated with the same drag house. So it's like, I love it. It's this Banshee Girls from New York. I live. So we will not be dragging Aja because, like I said,
well, let's not say we.
Well, I won't be dragging Aja. And if Pharaoh decides to do it, if he tries to come from my mother,
you got to check
getting removed. Because I'm the host, bitch.
I should get removed. I agree. Okay. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it.
Okay, I will remove you, but I need you here. I'm still in training, girl. I still have to. Hold on. So basically, Rupaul Alicia, she starts explaining the bracket rules or whatever. So the all-stars with the most points will advance until the next round, the semi-finals, okay? And that's when there will be a final lip sync for the crown. I did want to bring up one of the comments because Darkest here also gave their explanation stating that I heard the 2 semi-final rounds will eliminate queens. 1 wildcard queen who didn't make merge will be in the finale, and then the top 8 will have a lot of perusing. So, I mean, if these are the T's of the things, once again, I still am not feeling that, but that's what he said in the intro, that the final lip sync for the crown will be between the top all-stars. And basically, the top 2 queens each week or episode will get 2 points plus 1 if you win the lip sync. And then, of course, everyone else will receive an additional 4 points. And we learn later in the episode that they have to delegate these points to a different queen. So you cannot keep your points, okay? And this is my issue with it because we're going to talk about it when we get there, but very congenial with it. And I don't know if I love that because every single time RuPaul tries to throw in the strategy of it all, the girls don't want to play strategy, and I can't hate it because they're drag queens. They don't sign up to play Big Brother or Survivor. But I do like the people like Monet, like Aja, like Olivia Lux, the girls who come in and say, "Bitch, I'm getting an alliance, and I'm gonna get to the end with it." But even then, sometimes it's like the girls don't even take the alliances seriously. It's like, or when they come down to a decision that goes against it, they will go against it just because they want to be fair and congenial. But I guess it is what it is. It's just, I think RuPaul definitely puts a lot of work into creating these twists, and then, or whoever does, and then they really don't work out the way they want them to, because they want them to cause drama. They want them to cause tension, which sometimes it does. But I've seen there's like 3 or 4 occasions where instead of the person engaging in the gameplay, they'll just quit. Vendela, Angina, they will leave, bitch, because they don't want to play in that manner. So I mean, I don't know. I can see how maybe the pink bracket will be a little messy about it. Maybe the purple too. But this bracket is definitely giving very congenial, but usually All Stars is. So I don't necessarily, I can't see most of them really engaging in how they want them to be with the messiness.
Right. I feel like I haven't watched every All-Star season. I've only watched this one damn near. Two damn near. But I do feel like maybe they just shouldn't do these type of twists for All-Stars because these are girls who have to work. Some of them have to literally work with each other. So it's like it's and some of them a lot of them know each other before going in. It's just so many situations to where it's like, I'm not finna betray this girl who in real life I literally have to work with, when it's honestly, you give me the option to not betray them because we all 4 have the option to trade it, we can do it equally. The truth is, they probably should have only gave one. They should have randomized one of them to get an extra token, and that one girl has to decide, because then it will get messy, because you have to decide one of the others. You can't just, we can all trade and da 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 da. If they're gonna think of twists like this, they need to think one step further and think, they literally know each other. Are they really gonna be, messy how we want them to? No. So you got to make it messy. So they should have just randomized it and gave it to just Olivia Lux, and Olivia Lux would have gave it to Aja, and the bitches would have been mad at her. That's what they should have did. Okay.
Yeah, and that could have been some messy tea, because it kind of encouraged all of them to be nice about it, because they all had the extra point.
Exactly.
It is what it is on that one. And then RuPaul then goes to explain the maxi challenge for the episode. It's going to be a heavy metal music video performance to Winner Winner Chicken Dinner. And essentially, they each have to write their own verse and then come up with the style and look of the performance that they're giving and or what not. So we basically, from there, we go finally into the workroom, girl, because we don't enter there anymore. Apparently, this is new. And then that's when we learn some of the relationships. Like Pharaoh just said, these bitches know each other. Olivia and Aja are in the same Mugler ballroom house. Gag it, mother, gag it. Yes. I can't drag Aja. Like, I love Olivia Lux. Olivia Lux is a Pisces. I loved her on season 13. Love her here, bitch. I don't want no negativity in the chat for my sister Olivia. Was she doing a lot in episode 2? Yes.
Yeah, you're gonna be mad at me.
But guess what? That's my Pisces sister, and I love her. Okay,
you're gonna be mad
Aja, girl, you got an alliance with her. Y'all in the same ballroom house, baby. Let me go to New York and please make me a drag queen. That's what I need, Aja. Make me in the house of Aja, in the house of Mugler ballroom house. That's what you need to do. And then we learned that Bosco and Irene are besties. They've been besties for a minute. Okay, love it. They look like they'd be friends. It gives that. And then we also see in this area that Olivia and Deja, they make an alliance. The Melanation Station and or whatnot. Olivia said, baby, she's coming into the season to play. She's not here for the bullshit. She's not here for the games. She wants to get to the end and she wants to win. Now, by the end of episode 2, is that possible? Well, but she's trying. And I do think that her drag has really, really elevated. First of all, her makeup, like Rudy just said in the chat, that mug
is tea. I will give her that.
Girl.
And I think I like the looks.
No, the looks are tea. The looks are tea. We'll definitely get into what she's not bringing. But the looks, the face is eating down. And then a random thought too. Bosco, tea. They were saying how her body was tea in the workroom. I mean, Bosco looks great. And I was wondering, like, what makes Bosco look so different? But she revealed that she had got facial feminization surgery, which, girl, made her look so cunty.
She looks amazing.
I find it so interesting that people be like, oh, being trans is not natural or it's sick, da 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 da. I feel like if there's literal whole surgeries to do this shit, girl, it gotta be naturally something, because they're doing it with ease. But also, when you get into the biology of it all, literally all of our parts, like the ovaries and stuff like that, the testicles, the clitoris, all of it is the same thing, just different. Like, they literally teach you in biology that we all start off the same, and then the things just, separate. Our shit fall out, theirs stay in. So it's like, I feel like it makes sense that you would be able to transition, because, girl, it's all the same shit, just in a different font. Just change it around. 1,000%. Like, if you actually look into like how they even do the surgeries, which is TMI, but it's like they just flip the shit inside out.
Literally, it's because we have the same parts, and it's really scary because people are just so ignorant. Like, there was that whole situation where I'm ignorant as well, but there was a discussion that was happening in like the political space, right? And this woman and this man were debating about basically transgenders and what we should do with the situation, what they want to do with the situation. And she was basically like, okay, but what about intersex people? And he was like, well, same thing for them. And she was like, well, it can't be the same thing for intersex people, because intersex people are born with both types of, paraphernalia. Genitalia.
Paraphernalia is crazy.
And he was like, and he was like, well, no, we'll just do the same thing. And his partner had to whisper to him, no, baby, that's a real thing. And that's not what you're saying. What you're saying is not what she's talking about. He didn't even know what the fuck he was talking about. And he's in the political system. Sir, I need you to get out of there quick. Girl, because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. All of them. All of
We live in
them.
a world where you don't have to justify why you're ignorant. You don't have to justify why you're voting the way you vote. You just do
And
it,
that's a
and it
sad.
doesn't matter. No one's fact checking. No one is none of that. None of that.
That's
So
sad.
very annoying. But yeah, I saw that video as well, and it's like if you can't even defend your point, why are you fucking having it? If you're not able to explain the nuances of the subject, you don't even know that unisex people exist. Why the fuck are you speaking? Because that is really a real thing. And then even then, it's like, have y'all been seeing now that people are mad that trans men are in women's bathrooms? Well, y'all said that they have to use the original gender
Right.
assigned at birth, and now they're doing
Right.
it, and y'all are mad about it. Because see, the
Right.
real problem is when y'all did all of this, you focused on trans women, because if you really clock the T, regardless of the situation, women and femininity is always the target. So when they were going
Yeah.
after trans people, they never considered trans men, and now they're getting clocked because trans men are also a thing. And they're like, well, while they're in the bathroom, well, bitch, you told them to use the goddamn bathroom, so they're in the goddamn bathroom. Dummy,
Exactly.
just
Because they
dumb.
don't know what they're talking about. They're just talking. And that's what's very scary, is that a lot of people, they just use these different talking points that they receive from each other, the internet and stuff. He's saying the point that he was making in that debate was something that he heard somebody else say, and they heard somebody else say, and they heard somebody else say. So he's not able to even come up with his own story for this opinion that he has, because he didn't make it up. He thought of it because somebody else told him about it, and he's just repeating, he's regurgitating stupid ass information. The only, like, they're not even doing their research about the topic. I feel like if you're going to try to come up with a quotation solution for a situation, then you should actually do research. They don't care. They don't give a fuck. They just want to be hateful. And then when they start being hateful, there's a situation like this where they don't even understand that they're telling the trans men to use the women's bathroom because they're so fucking stupid. And really, they should just stop talking about it altogether and just worried about something else, because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. God damn. But it just comes from hatred. It genuinely just comes from the fact that they want to spew hatred and disdain because they know it riles people up and it gets people to vote for them, which is unfortunate, but it does.
Yeah, and it's sad because people are like passing all these legislations, but the thing is, it's like you can make 100 laws that define what a real woman, a real man is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Y'all think this shit matters? Y'all think that these people, these trans people, think that they care? They need your validation? They really do not. You know, I think they see like the one or two representation in the media that's like so gun ho about that validation. But I feel like a lot of the people that I've met in the community, they are not worried about what straight people call them, what they think of them, how they identify to them. They don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? So they think they're hurting someone's feelings when really they're not. It's just idiotic. I can't even talk. That's how stupid it is.
Yeah.
But let's go back to the episode, child. So basically, Rupaul comes in and they start talking to the girls or whatever. First, he starts with Irene, and she reveals that she changed her name because she felt like the Dubois didn't represent her, the thesis of her drag. I like when people start, using words like that, the thesis, real cute. So she said, when you Google Dubois obituaries, and her pop up. I think that's kind of cunty.
I like Dubois.
Love the Dubois. Like, I just like Irene the Alien Dubois would still eat. It would still be cunty, but hey, she don't want the name. It's her dead name. I'm gonna leave it alone, Diva. You got it. And then basically RuPaul made a joke. When you watch the season back, when you watch your episode back, how did it make you feel?
What sucks about Irene is she was only on one episode, but I felt like she had a big impact. At least for me, she had a big impact.
She's on All Stars. No shame.
That's why she's on All Stars, and I feel like she deserves to be here. And I feel like I love that this episode she was able to prove that she deserves to be here, because I can see. If I was her and I went home first, I got the pork chop, I would be like, wow, I do not deserve to be here. Let me prove myself. And she proved herself with these both of the episodes. And I knew she had it in her because I knew she had it in her because her first season, she was doing that one episode, her one episode, she was doing great. Like, she genuinely was. It like her look was great. All of her looks were great that episode. Now
she took that risk. And that's what fucked her up. And she says to RuPaul that after that, it made her want to take less risk, which I think is a really good answer. And honestly, a really valid response. I think it does just go back to, for these queens, like, RuPaul's Drag Race is not the end all be all at all. Right. You know what I mean? There are so many queens who do not go on Drag Race and they're still very successful, but I can see how within the industry, it is a big thing. You're a Ru girl, you know what I mean, for getting bookings and things like that. But now we're at a point of oversaturation that the Ru girls are talking about how they're not getting booked. So it's like, you should not feel this type of like degradation because of the opinions of people on this show. You know what I mean? Like, on Twitter today, I saw how Phoenix clapped back at Ice Spice or whatnot about her opinion on her look or whatnot. And it's like, honestly, if I was Phoenix, I wouldn't have said nothing because I mean, this is no shade to Ice Spice, but who is Ice Spice to drag me about to judge me about things?
Nobody.
And this is the
Nobody.
thing, like RuPaul will get these random bottoms, these random gays, these random celebrities to come and judge drag when these people don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I remember when I did debate, the judges who would come, a lot of them would be recruits, just the volunteers off the street. They wouldn't know how the rules work. They wouldn't know how to structure the room. They really didn't know what they were doing. They were just judging based off the words we were saying, which really isn't the full point. So it's like so when they would say certain things, I didn't give a damn because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I know more than you. So it's like I would not worry about the opinions of some of these people because they truly do not know what the fuck they're talking about some of the time, especially the celebrities. So at the end of the day, I just like you need to realize that if you're confident in who you are, this competition is not going to break that for sure. But I definitely understand why she would have that reaction because you do look up to these people. And I think for a lot of the younger queens, they grew up on Drag Race. So a lot of them as well, it's like, well, this is my life. I've always wanted to do this. I became a drag queen because I watched this show and now I'm here and I'm a flop. But that's the thing. That's the reason why we're still saying pork chop to this day, because even if you're the first evicted person, you can be one of the most relevant people in Drag Race history. So I like that she was able to have her come back and really prove that she is that girl.
I agree. I really love this for her. Period.
Next, we go to Deja, who reveals that she is 60 pounds lighter, diva. But she states that, you know, she did it because she went to Mexico and there were some complications. She said that she almost died on the operating table. And she started speaking about how she just overthought the situation. She thought it could improve her drag. It thought she could improve her health and things like that. But, you know, she wound up in a situation where she was begging for her life, essentially. And thankfully, she was able to get past that, but that truly is just the dangers of society. You know, she talks about that a little bit more, I believe, it's next episode. And honestly, I can relate so much to that because I feel like as someone who is gay, who is fat, who is black, all of these like things that make me different. Like I went through so many things as a child that has still affected me to this day. Like I feel like people probably see my personality on this podcast and probably think, oh, like he's so vibrant and he's so sociable and da da da. I'm not that. I am completely broken down by society because they make you feel like if you're different that you really do not belong. It's like, what do you want me to do? Kill myself? Basically, is that what you want? Because that's what it feels like. It feels like you do not belong. So where do you go? And it's unfortunate that it led her to make certain decisions that could have cost her life. But that's why it's important that, you know, you really have to just believe in yourself, love yourself. And, you know, I'm someone who's like learning to get there, but it's really unfortunate because the world is cruel. The world is a really, really fucked up place. And it leads people to do things that they probably shouldn't be doing because they feel like, well, I have to fit in.
I honestly, it was so sad hearing this story. It was really, really, really sad, especially because as a viewer, I don't do drag. I don't know what the fuck any of this is. I could never do this. I don't have the talent. I don't have the skill. I don't have the intelligence. I don't have anything, the uniqueness, the nerve. So the fact that I'm watching her, she's able to do this wonderful art form and everyone is watching her on TV and none of us can do it. It's like, girl, you are Superwoman. You are literally legendary. The fact that you're on RuPaul's Drag Race showing off your art, you can do so much things that none of us could even think of doing. And there's a lot of moments where she like feels down on herself. And it's sad to watch because it's like, in my mind, you're amazing. Even if she walks out with a look that I don't like, which might come up, it doesn't matter. I could never do that. So it's like, I'm judging you on something that I could. So many people are judging others on things that they could never accomplish, things that they could never do. That's in real life and in Drag Race. In real life, of course, Deja Scott probably got judged. I get judged about shit. I get judged about my skin color when I was younger and I was a little bit thicker. The fact that I got a little sassy ass voice, all of this shit. And it's like, none of this shit matters because, bitch, you could never. And that's on period. Like there's so many things about us that make us unique. Every single person is different in this world. And what makes you unique is so special. And it's crazy because I remember, like, honestly, the Deja Sky I see here and the Deja Sky I remember season on 14, like there's no difference in me. Like she did this weight loss surgery, and I know that the world really, really gets into people's heads, and it really causes all of this stuff because people are so cruel, like Lee said. It's so sad. But truly, like, you're Deja Sky, baby. You were Deja Sky then, you're Deja Sky now. You are who you are, and your energy radiates through the screen for a reason. Like, you've won Maxi challenges, you've gotten on RuPaul's Drag Race for a reason, and I just really hope that she can be able to like focus on that part, the positive of it all. Like, you're that girl. And Phoenix did a great job.
Oh, Diva Phoenix. We're gonna get to that.
Phoenix is a diva, but
how crazy is it? I mean, what they say 25 years ago she was on the show?
They were exaggerating.
15, sorry. But no, it's 15 years though.
Yes.
Which is still insane. 15 years, and like I never would have thought that fucking Phoenix would be one of my favorite queens here so far. Like, really love her, really like nurturing, caring vibe, and I love the words that she said to Deja. And honestly, like I wish that like I hope that she's getting some positive comments, because I'm someone who, watching this show, it really made me like feel so inspired that these people who have went through the same thing as me have been able to kind of branch out and be who they are despite what society thinks of them or what society says about them. So it is interesting to see that someone at that level is still feeling these things, because at the end of the day, and people always say this, like, you know, your life could turn around tomorrow. Tomorrow I could be a millionaire, I could be skinny, I could be all of these things. But if you're not right mentally, you're never going to be happy. And you have to work on that. So it's unfortunate. And I really, really do like Deja. Like, I ain't gonna lie, in 14, she wasn't like a favorite of mine, but something about her energy in this season, like, I can really relate to it. And I just want the best for her, honestly. And I hope that, because no shade, I don't think she's gonna advance. I'm gonna be real. So I hope that doesn't like ruin any of her confidence, because girl, like, you were one of the 18 queens picked for this. You are a Ru girl. People know your name. You're on TV. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is an experience of a lifetime. So I just hope she's enjoying it. But next we go to Aja. I didn't know this about Aja, but Aja actually quit drag, and she mentions that she was having trouble navigating it because of her transition. She says that she was having a hard time separating the performance self from her real self, which I think I can understand what she's saying there. And she was essentially talking about how, you know, the drag self was her like baby trans self. So she kind of wanted to just see who she was without the performing side. And she saw Kylie Sonique Love win All Stars. I believe it's seven or eight. One of them. No, eight was Jimbo. I believe it's 7 or 6. Y'all know. She saw her one and she was like, period, I can do that. And I believe Kylie is also a trans woman, so maybe that's also why she was inspired. Also don't know that, please fact check me if I'm wrong. But she said she got re-inspired and it made her want to do drag again, and people apparently was making her feel bad because they were telling All-Star 7 was all winners, duh. But people were making her feel bad because they were like, well, you took drag for granted and you didn't appreciate the fact that you were there, which I do not understand. That's absolutely insane. If any drag queen wants to quit Drag Race, bitch, well, quit drag. They can do that. Like, why would you see that as them taking Drag Race for granted? Like, this was an experience that catapulted their careers, you know? And if they want to not do their career anymore, then they perfectly can do that. But she was truly just finding herself, and she feels like she's found herself, and she says she's really here to really show it. So I love that. I always like seeing the trans experience on Drag Race, because I do know that drag race specifically came from a place where it wasn't as accepting of that. And I've heard a few trans women, like Peppermint, she mentioned that a lot, on how like, how can I identify as a trans woman but still do drag? Because people made her feel like she couldn't do both. And it's like, you can do both. This is a queer space, you know? And that's why, like, even in UK season 3, I love seeing that they had a, you know, female born woman on the show, because it's like, this could be for anyone who is going to respect the culture, respect the art, and really embrace it. So I really like Aja. Like, I remember in not All Stars, season 9, I wasn't like the hugest fan. All Stars 3, I do remember her growing on me, but I can't recall All Stars 3 like that. So watching this season, I can remember why she started to grow on me, because she's truly just entertainment, fun to watch, a good Kiki. So yeah, like I said, drag mama again, and you're getting dragged.
Period. I know that's right.
So next is Phoenix. Of course, they mentioned that it was 15 years ago that she was on the show. She says, baby, she's a businesswoman. She does hosting. She owns different businesses in Atlanta.
Period.
She's booked. She's busy. She gets things done.
I
And
can see that in her. I can
see
tell.
it in her as well. I can. And also, what is it about her voice? Like, something about her voice is so enticing to me. Like, it just wraps me in. That southern like draw. I don't know. I love it. Something about Phoenix is so fun to me. I don't know why. But she basically was just saying how she was originally inspired by like that Lady Gaga pop enthusiasm, but now it's giving very much high glam, southern high glam. Very cute, very cute.
Yes.
And then next we have Bosco. She's talking about how she is happy that she's going to be able to show the world who she was on the inside this whole time. Yes! If you do not know, Bosco is also a trans woman.
I love the trans girlies. Shout out to the trans
girls. We love the dolls. And basically, she was also talking about how having the coin to do so is also very helpful. Yes. And she don't everyone should have money. And it's like real. Because I tell you, so many of my problems will be resolved with money right now. Oh, fuck it, brother. So, is there any sugar daddies watching the Reality Kingdom? If you want to send us $10,000 each, well, just me,
or just me,
do that, and I
will actually do whatever you want.
Whatever. I mean, Dubai, kind of whatever.
Truly. Hit us up at BB Pharaoh. That's BBPHARAOH on Twitter.
I would not have known that by heart.
I might give out my number. I don't know.
Girl, I will accept a ticket to get flown out. I will. I don't care. I don't care.
I'll do whatever. You don't even gotta fly me. I'll do it here on camera.
On camera. Oh.
Right now.
Not in a room in which no others.
Right now.
And last but not least is my good sister Brooklyn. Olivia
Lux. Brooklyn Heights.
I'm reading the notes. So Olivia Lux, my diva, she is from Brooklyn. She said she lives around the corner from Aja. And she was talking about how ballroom has really helped her confidence. And last time she just felt like she needed growth, and she's also ready to show that she has grown. Y'all, Pharaoh is drinking like a goddamn sailor.
Stop it! That girl,
not you chugging that Smirnoff.
Bitch, this is Coke, bitch. Girl, and not the white kind. Coke.
It's still
no, I don't. Oh, it never gave Coke, bitch.
It never did. It
never gave sniffles.
Is this how it is when you hosting? Because I feel like you're not talking enough.
I can't even sniffle, bitch. Let alone 2 Coke. The fuck? Who next?
Did you hear me?
Olivia Lux. Oh, is this how it is?
Yeah, because you're not talking enough for me, mama.
It depends on the time. Sometimes.
Pay attention, bitch, because I'm looking over you. You blowing your nose. You sucking down.
Olivia Lux.
I understand, because that position is very comfortable, bitch. You just sit there. You do all the work.
Drink your drink, honey.
But lock in, because you ain't say a few things after these girls. I need some opinions.
I don't have. I have opinions on Olivia Lux.
Girl, we running.
I'm gonna wait on my opinions on Olivia Lux. Actually, that's what I'm gonna
keep it cute, bitch. I
won't. I actually won't for her.
Child. So next, let's go ahead and get to the choreography.
The choreography? Is that how you say it?
So, have you ever seen Jocelyn Cabaret? One of the seasons, that's how she pronounced it. She was like, "Come on, let's do the choreography." You don't know the choreography? And they was like, "Girl, it's choreography."
You know what's crazy? I've never seen Jocelyn's Cabaret ever.
It's. I haven't watched.
I've only seen the clip of the girl, and she said, "Bitch, who you coughing at, ho?
Who you coughing at?
Are you coughing at me, ho? No, because when I started talking, she started coughing like I'm a fucking germ. I seen that.
I mean, COVID was going on. Diva had a point. But yeah, in the choreography, it was really a short section. Bosco, Aja, Irene, they were eating it up. The top 3, the 3 that's advanced
naturally,
and then well, the
others were there.
They were doing their thing. They were doing their things. But Pharaoh actually mentioned something while we were watching, like the confidence was not there while they were even just talking about it, discussing it. It's like Aja, Bosco, and Irene, they went out there like, "Bitch, I got this. I got you." It was no question. And the other girls, it was like, "I'm good at this, but I think I can do this, but I don't know because but." And it's like, girl, fuck a butt.
Fuck a butt. That was killing me because I really feel like it was so. What I hate about this bracket, and we don't know the results because the results could be anything. Anything could happen on the next episode. But for me, it just feels like the other three girls that aren't Bosco, Aja, and Irene O'Shea are like not fully there. It seems like something's holding them back, and it just feels so obvious that they aren't really cut out for this. Even if they do make it to the next round, I'm like, none of y'all are winning this game because you have to go on. You're on All Stars. You are an All-Star queen. You are that girl. You're here for a reason. And if you're here, I feel like you have to come in with some sort of confidence in something. There was stuff, and we'll get into it later on, but there was stuff where it's like, they were like, well, I did get on this in my first season, but I'm still not confident. How? You literally won the challenge on your first season.
Deja ass. Pissed me off.
It was killing me. It was killing me. It was honestly pissing me off. I'm gonna be honest. It was pissing me off because, girl, you need to come in here. You need to be confident. I want you to succeed because, in a way, I want all these queens to succeed. I love the drag. I love the queens. I love all of the queens in their own individual way. So a part of me is like, girl, when you're down on yourself, bitch, I'm down on you.
Yeah, and I hate seeing it. I hate seeing that so much. And I always think about America's Next Top Model when I see it because, first of all, the shows are so similar, but in that same sense, like the competition is so similar. And there would be so many models on that show where they would literally be their own inner saboteur. And it's like, girl, if you don't get out there and serve fucking face, the fuck? Yeah, like, especially because Tyra will always get these girls who are like, not in the modeling industry. They were trying to break into it. And sometimes they'll be from these precarious situations. Like the girl who was like, I've never yet had a girl like this in my life. It was someone that could deliver a good picture, but she couldn't be consistent because truly she didn't believe in her damn self. And it's just like, it's so unfortunate to see that type of personality on a reality show. Like I think of Nina Brown. Nina Brown pissed me off so many times in season 9, girl. They'll be back in the Untucked randomly. Here she go. I don't know, y'all. I just think y'all all hate me. I don't know. I heard y'all talking about me.
Not one.
And they're like, girl, we didn't. I don't know. I just think. Honestly, I'm gonna go home this round. I honestly just think. I think RuPaul, like, he's done with me. No, he's done. And I know y'all was talking shit about me. So I mean, I'm not even worried about it. Like, I'll just go home. And it's like, or Rudy last season with Lexi Love. It's just like, girl, I can't do this. Like, you have to believe in yourself because truly, like Alessandro says, it's mind over matter. It is. You have to beat the inner saboteur. And it's such a real thing because I think we all have that. Like, even me getting up here trying to host a podcast, I was like, bitch, I can't do that. You know who that was? The inner Nina Brown. And it was the void inside of you. Get that void out of there. Bitch, you're Sentry, not the void. Sentry. No, Sentry is the void. It's complicated right now.
It's complicated. You're Bob.
But not the drag right here, Hula. Specifically with Olivia, she could have ate if she really let go and leaned into the rock screen, but she was trying so hard to craft a persona that she's holding herself back again.
She holds herself back so much. Girl, let it loose.
And I guess we can go ahead and talk about that a little bit now. And I think that is her thing. And I feel like I understand that, one, as like a Pisces, but I also feel like as someone who feels like I have not stood up for myself or felt like I need to overcompensate because of the things that I let people do to me in the past. However, you can't do that because you do end up crashing out in a way that you will regret. I feel like every single time I have been like, fuck it, I'm going to be like this now because this, and this. I always regretted it because I would go off or I would react in a way that I was not proud of because I don't want to be that person. And I think the thing that I've realized is that regardless of what people make me feel about my personality, I'm going to still be my personality. Like, at the end of the day, that's me. Like, if I am, quote unquote, a pushover, not a pushover, but if I'm, quote unquote, someone who doesn't always pop off, or I'm very nice, or I'm very congenial, I'm not going to let someone feeling like it's a problem affect that. Like, that's me. Exactly. Like, that's who I'm going to be. And I do feel like Olivia, her personality, I really enjoy her personality on this round. Like, the first season, I loved her personality anyway. I love it even more because it feels vibrant. But a part of me does feel like some of it is a mask because she does want to present as this overconfident person that's not going to let anyone tear her down. And I think that's what led into that fight with Bosco that we're going to get into. But you don't have to overcompensate. You already came in with the bigger than life personality. Now you just need to put that in your drag. And she hasn't done that.
She focused on the wrong shit.
But I also feel like it's because she hasn't fully realized that. I think it's kind of like a mask a little bit where it's like, I'm going to, like I said, overcompensate. I'm going to overcorrect so you bitches know. And I completely get that feeling. Like, I hate to be the one doing the most, but sometimes that's what it takes. Shout out to SZA. Like, it truly is. But at the same time, when she went and apologized to Bosco, I know that feeling because it's like, bitch, I ain't want to do that. I did not want to do that, but I felt like I had to because you was trying me, bitch. But at the same time, I don't need to get out of my character to prove that. I can let you know in a cute way and then just be done. So I hope that Olivia also finds herself on that journey because I don't want to make too many personal like character opinions, but I do feel like she has to let go of that feeling of like, oh, I'm this person, so now I have to be this person because regardless, you're putting on an act. If that's not you, mama, that's not you. And it doesn't have to be you. You don't have to be that girl.
I agree. Yep. And I'll get into it when we get to that point because I actually do have thoughts on the whole argument. Actually, I want to wait till we get to the argument. But yeah.
So let's go ahead and get to the pre-runway or whatever. It was really, really cute. Let me see. Essentially, Aja mentions that she wants her and Olivia in the final two. And they formed this alliance, called the Operation Mimu because they're in the house of Mugler and or whatnot. And basically, Aja says she wants to do the parachute strategy. If you don't know Big Brother, the parachute strategy is having an alliance and then each person in the alliance grab extra people so that the core of the alliance is safe. And that's what her plan is, baby. And I thought they were going to do it together, but baby, Aja left her in the dust, okay?
I'm going to do it. And good luck to you.
My damn self. I need Aja on Big Brother or Survivor because bitch came to play. Okay,
it's giving Celebrity Big Brother or bitch House of Villains. Some traitors, something. House of
Villains for sure.
Something.
Because was on there. She her mama, and she kind of have that like villain archetype for the Drag Race too. And then Aja and Irene start jokingly reading each other. Child, it was joking.
Was it giving joke? Or was Irene reading her?
Well, no, I don't. The thing is, Irene, if anything, was the least serious because she's always reading. Like I feel like someone who's consistently reading, she's not serious. She doesn't actually.
It was giving Mistress Isabel for me.
Like, it was definitely giving Mistress, and then Aja. I think Aja was thrown off by it, but I think Aja was still also joking. However, the back and forth, it felt like, hold on now. And then Irene, she just kept throwing daggers out. No shade, Aja. She was kind of eating you up. But I think because Aja was caught off guard. You said what?
We supposed to be on Aja's team. Why you not on Aja's team?
I'm just saying. Irene was kind of coming with the 1-2. She was going back to her original season. She was bringing drags from the original season. Aja was like, "What the hell is
this?" No, Irene was low key eating her up. I'm sorry, y'all. Irene was low key eating her up. I'm so sorry. I think it's because Aja was taken off guard. Catch my bitch on guard and see what happens. But honestly, off guard, Irene was low key eating her up. I'm so sorry.
It's no shade. And so next we have the runways. I do want to preface y'all, we are going to do the runways together at the end of Final Jam. So we're going to run through these first two episodes. Let's try to get to this shit quicker because an hour already? Ciao.
No, for real.
But essentially the category was slits and tits and Ice Spice was here. But let's go ahead and get to the music video or whatever. Period. Let's pull that up, mama. So this is just a general pick of the girls. I thought it was a kind of cute performance. I think they all did well. One thing about All Stars, the girls usually all do well.
And you know what? I disagree. I think some of I do agree that
this is what I'll say. The thing is, there are people in regular flagship seasons that would have done worse than even Olivia.
I agree. I can agree with that.
So I think they all did a level to where if they were in a regular season, they could be safe at least.
I agree. Okay. I fully agree with that. And that's what's true about All Stars. I do agree. On All Stars, you get people who have experience. They know what the fuck to do. Like none of them seemed like they didn't know what the fuck to do. It's just some people knew what the fuck to do better than others, I will say. But I like the performance. I enjoyed the entire performance as a whole. There's individuals where I'm like, no shade. I wasn't gagging. Like Aja ate the boost, and maybe it's because some of them did so good that maybe the other ones who didn't do as good, I was like, wait a fucking minute, what's going on over here?
They just didn't do good, baby.
They just didn't do good. Okay, thank you, because I was trying to be nice, and I clearly don't have
Aja
ate down, honey. Aja killed this. She murdered this bitch.
Aja ate. She was the only person whose tone fit with the song. It felt like it was her song. She went first. The verse was T. Mind you, they wrote their own verses. The verse was T. The energy was T. The choreography was there,
which makes sense. I could tell.
A rapper, an artist, a talent, and you tried to hate on my bitch.
And I did. But no, that's the thing. We'll wait till we get to the looks.
And you...
Because she's amazing. And I love... And you know what? These are my favorite
Where are your looks? Where are your looks?
My favorite queens.
Where are your looks?
And you look... And truly, I don't have any.
Then shut the hell up.
And
Next.
truly, I don't have it, but I'm also not on Drag Race.
But you're also
Right?
not a drag queen.
And I'm also not a
You're
drag
fat
queen.
You're a fat
Which
queen.
which is why anything I say can and will be ignored. Because who the fuck am I? I'm Ice Spice on this stage. Who gives a fuck? Truly. But she murdered this challenge. And I love queens who are amazing at the challenges, regardless of them of how I feel about the runways, because the runways are art. It's like people have different directions they go. We saw Liddy B. Collins last season, how we were really confused. Truly confused. Some people loved it, some people didn't. And I feel like with the runways, it's very subjective. Even the shit Michelle Visage be saying, half of the shit she says I don't agree with, the other half I agree with. So it's like clearly a judge can go up there and say whatever the fuck they want because it's subjective. It's not an objective opinion. You can't objectively say somebody's look is trash unless it's really, really bad. But for All Stars, it's not really a thing, I feel. For All Stars, everyone has positives to all of their looks. For me, it might not be my fave. Might not be my personal preference, but when it comes to the challenges, you know who's killing a challenge, and that's why I like girls who are good at the challenges. Aja, she's murdering the challenges.
Murder on the dance floor.
Ooh, but you did not feel the groove. Hey. But yeah,
oh my god. Aja A down. Bosco A. I thought she did really, really good. The choreography, Bosco's choreography, baby. The only thing I didn't like about Bosco was the voice. The voice I don't think sounded well with the song, which honestly I think is what kept her out of the top 2 because Irene and Aja really embodied it, and I think she was kind of missing that. Like she didn't necessarily flow into the song, but ate the choreography, ate the performance. She looked great. One thing a Bosco is always going to give you is body and sex, okay? And she gives it up. It's not like some of these other girls where they just come on the runway half naked and it's like, okay, girl, we've seen it before. Like Bosco, every time I see her naked, I'm like, bitch, yes, more of that. I've never wanted to see ass and titties more in my life.
I agree. I loved Bosco's performance. I agree with everything you said. I think what I appreciate is that she did do a voice. I would rather you do a voice than do like what Olivia Lux did, the sultry shit. Like, I would rather you try to give something than to, like, no shade, not give anything. I guess that sounds shady.
Hula says 3 of our very best winners barely ever ate on the runway, and they're still that girl. Yep, Bob, Anya, and Bianca. No,
why did you name them? You weren't supposed to name them.
Girl, Bianca, first of all, Bob looks were trash, and Bianca was mainly a joke because it was her looks were okay. It just was the same thing. Anya was hit or miss. It's no shade.
Anya was hit or miss.
Anya was hit or miss. Sometimes there were some heavy hits.
You're being real.
There were some heavy hits, but there were some misses. I ain't gonna sit up here and lie.
You're being very real.
Oh, was she talking about Jinx? Bob, Bianca, and Jinx.
I mean, add Anya to the mix. No shade.
It's no shade.
But no, it's true because I feel like the true essence of a drag queen is more than just going on the runway and giving cunt and whatever the fuck it is. Like giving fish and giving titties and giving body and body. Anybody can give body yaddy. You know, especially the skinny girls. The skinny girls go walk out there with nothing on and somebody gonna love it. And you know, that's not what everybody can do. So I love when you're good at the challenges. That's a true drag queen. No shade. But a true drag queen can eat up a challenge.
Period. Make it rain. So next we have Miss Deja. I feel like Deja and Olivia, they both did the same type of font where it's like, girl, this is kind of an R&B. Like your voice isn't really giving. You know, Diabetes would have loved this challenge, girl. But I'm interested. Side note: do any one of y'all know is these going to be the same challenges in different variations? And if so, how would you feel about that? Like, would you want each bracket to have different challenges? Because I kind of feel like that's unfair. Like we have a performance challenge. This next episode is a comedy challenge. And I'm assuming the third challenge is going to be something else. And I would assume that they're going to make them all fit that category. Like, why would you have them do acting and improv, but you don't have the next group do acting and improv?
I agree. I think
do acting and improv.
I think each bracket should do something not exactly the same, but similar. The first bracket should have to write a song in some fashion and do a performance in some fashion. The second one should be some type of acting and improv, and the third one should be some type of whatever they're going to do for the third one. Because honestly, I see that it wouldn't be fair. Oh, next episode is a makeover.
So that makes sense. So the first one is performance, the second one is improv and acting, and then the third one is makeover. I feel like all of them should have to do
one of each.
Something like that. Yeah,
I agree. They might do different. I could see them doing different ones, but trying to stay in the same category. Like, you know, this one was improv. I can see them maybe not doing improv, but keeping it as similar as possible, because otherwise you're right, it wouldn't be fair. But I'm wondering, is the last 2 episodes going to be fair anyways? Like, the winner we get, is it just going to be the winner who can dance the best or who can lip sync the best? I don't think I give a fuck. So
Well,
I'm very scared. Very
That's what it's
scared for
giving,
that.
child. But yeah, Deja, I liked her.
Oh, Deja is so bad. Oh my god,
I liked her verse at first, but then on the second listen, I really, really didn't love it. And then I'll just slide into Olivia because I think they had the same type of thing. Olivia's verse was really, really, really good, and it upset me because I think Olivia's the type of person who could have won if she really leaned into it. Like, it felt like there was a cap on her voice. It's like, girl, just break it. Like, scream. It's like, girl, I just want to hear her scream. So it was just unfortunate because I think both of them could have been like at least praised for their performance if they were like really going that extra level. It's like, girl, this is a rock song, you know.
I agree. Yeah, I didn't love it. I felt like Deja was trying to whisper. I feel like Deja was whispering. She could have got louder. And I feel like Olivia was trying to be cutesy. Baby, this is not a cutesy moment. You need to really like let down a guard. It just felt like a guard was up with Olivia. And I didn't love it. I didn't like either of their performances that much at all. I think Olivia sings very, very well.
Yeah.
You know, you have a beautiful voice, but that doesn't have anything to do with the rock song. So that was her problem. With Deja, I just didn't like it at all. Sorry.
Yeah. And then we have Irene, baby, a singer. That note that she hits, gag. Irene, I won't even say one of the biggest surprises, because if I'm being 1,000% honest, after she went home first on her season, I was like, this is a bitch that could come back and do well. Like, she only fucked up because she made a decision that was a risk that fucked her up. And then the lip sync wasn't that great either. So she went home. But it's like, I like that she really came here and she said, bitch, I'm going to put it on the floor. This is a bitch that went home first, only did one maxi, and she's still coming in here with the confidence to be able to succeed in these challenges. And I just wish that all the girls kind of had that, because it would be a real competition then. I feel like one of the most interesting competition brackets is going to be pink. I think purple is kind of like so far with this bracket, there's a clear divide. I think pink is going to be competitive, and I feel like purple will be competitive, but because they're at all in the same area, I feel like. Like, I think pink has like very like higher tier type of queens, like at least potential. But purple is like they're kind of all in the same area, I feel like. So hopefully we get a little bit more competition there. But here, it was just clear differences in, like, right here, the performance style of it all, like very, very different. And then you got Phoenix, child. She was crawling on the ground.
She was whispering as well. Scream, baby.
Phoenix, that voice is never gonna go away, huh? That is her voice. That is
her for real accent. Ever.
That Georgia Southern accent, child. She is going to keep it up, but girl, it was just not giving the way it needed to give. I liked her performance fit as well, Rudy. I thought it was cute, but she couldn't keep up. She couldn't keep up. It's no shade. It's no shade
at all. It was bad for her. It was, period.
But then we get to the top two, and RuPaul chooses Aja and Irene. The lip sync song is "Think You the Shit." Bitch. You're not even the fuck.
Hate this lip sync song. Are you stupid? Why would you make "Think You the Shit" for a lip sync song? And y'all was hating on APT in the finale of the lip sync Lollapalooza on the last. I was like, APT is fine. This is when you call out a lip sync being stupid as fuck. I hated it. But what was you gonna say?
Aja made me love it. Like, the thing is, I don't hate Ice Spice music, and I kind of already fucked with the song. It was just, bitch, how can you lip sync to this? Aja showed you how to lip sync to it. And what I loved about Aja's lip sync is that she is one of those lip syncers that she's gonna hit every beat in the song, bitch. And this song got a lot of beats. And she was hitting them. She was hitting them. I mean, it was giving ball house. It was giving drag. It was giving lip sync.
All of that.
Like, she was serving it. She killed that. Murdered on the dance floor. That should have been a lip sync song for this one.
This should have been murder on the dance floor.
Baby. Like, Irene, get the hell up. Get the hell up, Irene. Because Aja ate that bitch down.
She did. It was real nasty. I don't even remember what Irene was doing, if I'm being truly honest. But
girl,
you know, there's that clip,
I saw what
she
hopped on her head and started shaking her legs. It was like, okay.
Oh, I remember that.
Okay.
I remember that.
Okay.
But there's a clip of Aja where she hits every motherfucking note in the motherfucking song. She ate.
I mean, like, oh my God. It was gaggy. That's a lip syncer for you. She is a lip syncer. Mama.
Yes, honey.
So if it's a lip sync for the crown in the semifinals, then
this is a heavy motherfucking option.
Aja, Ciao. So of course Aja wins. It's no question about it. So she gets her 2 points to a 1 extra point to 3 because she won the lip sync. So now we have Aja in the lead with 3 and Irene second after episode 1. And we could just go ahead and slide into episode 2 or whatever. Period. Let's go back to this view. So essentially with episode 1, we get the post runway and we do the most valuable queen. RuPaul establishes that each of the bottom 4 queens of the week are going to get a point and they have to delegate that point to another person. So opening the next episode, we have the discussion about it. Bosco comes in. She's basically
Bosco ate this. She said, "I'm going to tell y'all what to do." Actually, that's what
I think that we each give each other 1, so it's even. She put it on the floor. She was a strategic bitch. Her ass knew she was winning one of these, so she said, "Let me get this point now, mama." Okay, and while I hate the congeniality of it, hey, she got her way. It eats and it helped her because by the end of this, her ass is what, tied for the lead? No.
Yeah, I think it was really giving like strategic bitch because at first she was saying, I mean, I think I deserve it. They did say I was in the top. She was trying to like give them to give it to her when they weren't listening. She was like, actually, I think it would be fair. She had an idea for every option, bitch. I'm
not giving Bosco shit.
She put in that work in because honestly, they shouldn't have given her anything because the girl is literally
depending on who it was left. If I had to give let's say I had to give my point and Bosco ain't got a point. Well, Phoenix.
Right. Honestly though. And you know what you know how she kills it even more? She was the first person to give a point to kind of like make Phoenix feel a little not guilty, but like you know, it's almost like what could Phoenix do other than give Bosco the point back? Bosco is she's smart. That's a
strategic diva. Okay, because even Phoenix was like, I don't know if I want to give it to Bosco, and then she gave her point, and she was like, well, I guess I have to. And then here go Olivia Lux. She was like, well, maybe I should give it out to Aja because they have the Mimu Alliance. That's her sister for life, and Deja is gagged because she's like, well, Aja got 2 points.
Why did she say that out loud? I was confused.
Because the girls do alliances, but they don't have the strategic mindset to keep up with it in a way that's like you shouldn't be saying certain things. But they're not strategists. They're not here for that. So I'm not gonna take points off of it. But Deja was confused because, baby, what about the Melanation Station? Whole time, Olivia got multiple alliances, girl. Okay, you're gonna have to win that HOH for yourself, Deja. But basically, we go to the point distribution. Bosco gives her to Phoenix. Phoenix gives it to Bosco. Deja gives it to Olivia, and then we have the big decision. Olivia, who are you gonna give it to, Aja or Deja? She decides to be congenial, and she says against what she wanted to do. She gave it to Deja, and Aja said she didn't give a damn. She said as long as Olivia got her back when it counts is when it matters. Which good to have an ally like that because, baby, I need to keep myself together, and you need to be okay with me only bettering myself. No shit.
Right, exactly.
So we get into the workroom, and Irene made a comment. She was like, girl, it was giving participation points. I don't know.
It was giving participation points. I'm not going to lie. I kind of don't like that route. Okay, because at first I was like, is Root just going to give them all a point? Hated that. When he said he was going to let them distribute their points, I was like, okay, this is more entertaining. But we kind of talked about it at the beginning, like, they're just going to be congenial. So now I'm done with it. Like, they should just have 0 points. Because now they're like, I don't know. I don't love it personally, but we're here.
But girl, let's get into this mini fucking challenge because this mini challenge is called Front Row. So what the queens have to do, there's going to be some pit crew members come in these tight Speedos. One of them is Bruno. Y'all, why the fuck is Bruno so fine?
Bruno is so fine. He's fine and young and tall and handsome. Oh my God.
And they have to basically, with their body, roll the ball up to their lips. So, I mean, I had to discuss this because, baby, first of all, I'm not doing it unless I get Bruno. That's on period. I'll wait my turn because what's the point? And, you know, if the wrong ball get touched, well, it was accident. Oops.
My bad. Sorry.
Wait, but did y'all see the one who was doing it with Bosco, the little white man with the ginger hair? He was feeling that a little bit because Bosco was joking and was still doing it after the challenge had finished, and he was not stopping.
Somebody said Bosco was acting how I imagine Pharaoh would be acting. I would be worse.
Yes.
Bitch. Like Bruno would have been at my hotel. Wait, can Bruno fuck the girls? Is that like against the contract?
I feel like it may be a good contract, but I
Well,
mean,
I'm
who
gonna
gives a
be
damn?
out of the contract dealing with Bruno because my
Girl,
God,
fire
I
me.
just love
Look,
his
call me Willem,
skin tone.
bitch.
And he
Fire me.
call me Willem, bitch. And then he has like the hairy like chest and the body and the he's so
And then
tall and the torso is really long and the abs is there. And he did this little jump after they won and his titty shook. And I was like, oh my God, just shake him in my face, daddy, please.
Y'all see the type of things that Pharaoh be into, Chad.
You know what's crazy?
Look,
like,
give us 10,000 and you can have it.
Hey.
Oh, we can't say that.
Hey.
I don't think we can.
No, we can't. Oh wait, no, that's illegal a little bit. That's illegal.
Girl, I know some Dubai man out there watching.
Somebody in Dubai. Somebody with some money.
So basically, Irene wins, and she wins $2,500. Period. And then RuPaul goes to explain the maxi. It is a Madonna and they have to make improv characters for a murder mystery sketch. Really,
I would have ate this down. I would have ate this
I feel like I could ate this too. I feel like I could ate this too. I think I'm with a really good character because it's improv. Like I never done improv, but I truly feel like that's something that I could do. No, shit.
Let's do it right now. Let's do it right now.
Well,
okay, so I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna start off. Oh my God! I just went outside and my dog is dead.
He's dead.
He's literally dead on the ground. I think somebody shot him.
Okay, I would suck because I don't know what to say next.
Okay, so then you start and
I need time to craft a character and really, yeah.
You need time? That's not improv.
They needed time.
They did need time. I'll give you that.
Don't sue me, mama.
They had time. So, well, I would eat it down.
Would you?
I just made that up right off the go. You start.
That wasn't funny though.
Start something off, and I'm gonna get you.
I don't want to. They go into picking parts or whatever. I'm not gonna run to the name.
I said, why are you excited about a dead?
See, look at you getting clocked. That's what RuPaul would have said.
Please, I'm drunk. Anyways, what happened next?
Oh my God, not off of Smirnoff. Ooh, lightweight.
Baby, I just took. I'm not gonna tell you what I took.
Like a real man, mama.
Is
that why you stood up?
No.
Shut your drunk ass.
So what's next?
So basically, after they pick parts,
trying to clock me. It's not time to clock me, bitch. It's time to
After they pick parts,
let me drink my water.
After they pick parts, Aja is scared because she's like, well, in All Stars 3, she did suck at the improv. And she was like, at the time, she was afraid to make a fool of herself. Look, bitch, I'm not going to be able to do this if you're making these silly ass faces in the camera.
What do you mean? This is how I look.
Focus.
This is how I look.
Okay. But basically, she said she was afraid to make fun of herself because she had her baby trans identity, and she now feels comfortable in her womanhood to be able to do these things. So she's excited or whatever. And Irene and Aja basically become these shady besties or whatever. They have a cute friendship.
I love that. I actually love that down. I think they're really cute for each other. Like I feel like I was saying earlier to Lee, I was like, I wish Mistress was in here so Irene will have a shady bestie, but Aja can be her shady bestie. I love this for them. And also, what Aja said, I think that's so real. I feel like when it comes to like being an artist in any type of capacity, you have to be comfortable with making a fool of yourself, which is why I think I would be a great artist. I was working on a film like the other week, and the people I were working on it with, they were trying to be like very demure. They're like, we shouldn't cuss so much. We shouldn't do this raunchy thing. Y'all know me. I'm very raunchy. I'm very cussy.
Y'all see?
I put it all out on the floor, but I feel like that's why that I would be good at the artistic world. And I feel like that's what makes art fun and good is when you let all the walls down. And what I'm seeing is the girls who are willing to let those walls down, like Aja is explaining she is, like Irene is, Bosco feels really comfortable in it. They're able to succeed. And then it seems like the girls who kind of have something holding them back, no shade, like Olivia Phoenix and Deja, they're not able to really show they're not exceeding at the art because you have to be vulnerable with art. And I think that's what's so touchy about drag is because when we're talking about it, this is them being vulnerable. This is their an extension of themselves and an extension of their art. And I feel like it's really a vulnerable space because they are putting themselves out there, but you have to let it all go. You can't half-ass do drag. And I think that's what a lot of the queens need to really remember. You cannot half-ass this. And like Aja saying, when she did her first season, she was like scared and she was half-assing it. She has to go all the way in for her to succeed, and that's exactly what the fuck happens. Period. She does great.
You literally see that in this episode because Aja says that. And she speaks about how confident she is, and then you have Phoenix who's like, well, I'm scared because I bombed my acting challenge season 3. We get to Deja who's like, I'm confident because I ate my improv season 14, but I'm scared because I have to seduce RuPaul's character. And it's like, I hate that she's like finding things. It's like, girl, you already ate, period. That's it. Like Aja said this was, well, I did bad then. I'm here to prove these bitches why I can do good now.
Period.
And Deja's like, I did good then. And now I'm scared this time. It's like, girl, what?
How you get scared and you ate it up? That killed me. That made me so. That really what it did. Honestly, if I'm being real, it made me a little sad because it's like even the situations that were positive for her, I feel like she was coming in and kind of like making it something that would cause her fear and she was afraid of. And it's like, girl, you killed the acting challenges last time. You got this. You won Snatch Game. You're good at improv. So for her to like, So for her to like remember that she did good at it and then find a way to be negative about or like be scared of it, it's like, wow, I really want her to like focus on the positive, queen. You did good, period. You ate, period. There doesn't have to be something after that. But yeah. And then she did great in this challenge. She could have won this challenge. Period. She did so good. So
Diva. She ate this challenge. She ate this fucking challenge too. Scared for what, bitch? You know you funny as hell. And girl, let's get to this argument, whatever, because Olivia is having fun in the workroom. She's practicing her part or whatever. And the girls start joking around. And what was the comment Bosco made? Because she was like, "Oh, something I can see into the future."
Bosco was Olivia was talking about her character, which is like this future-seeing person. And they were like, "Tell us the future," and she was like, "I'm top 2."
Yeah.
And Bosco was like, "Oh, well, you can tell she can't see into the future." And it was a fun gag. It was just a fun little gag.
Because that's the thing about Bosco. Bosco is definitely fun shady. She is. She always got a comment, a little slick comment in the background. And so Olivia was like, well, last time I felt like, I had issues with standing up for myself. So she's not going to do that this time. So she tries to go back at Bosco. And it's honestly just, girl, because you could tell this ain't her. You could tell this not her. She's like, I mean, well, you try to do a southern accent. And she was like, well, I don't have to. And she was like, yeah, because it's like, you don't know what to say, Olivia. You don't know what to say.
I was like, wait, no. I was trying to help Phoenix with the southern accent. I wasn't trying to actually do. And Olivia was like, exactly, because you don't know. And she was like, wait, no.
I didn't know you were so sensitive. She was like, oh, I'm sensitive because I'm calling it out. And she was like, work, diva, be funny and memorable and joke around, work, diva. And Bosco was like, mwah, kisses.
Bosco didn't give a fuck because Bosco was not really
didn't give a damn. Bosco didn't give a damn.
Like she literally replied with moi, and that was it.
That was so cutty too. So cutty. Oh my god. And here go Olivia. Don't do that. Don't do the kisses. Don't be demeaning. Don't do that. Don't do that. And I'm hoping, okay, Olivia, you said your piece because I'm gonna stand up for my Pisces sister. I already spoke about earlier. I feel like a part of her definitely is trying to overcorrect for that mistake that she made in her first season. But I don't even see it as a mistake. I feel like that was you in your first season. And
be yourself.
You clearly have improved like personality. She's way more vibrant and way more open as a drag queen. And I really enjoy that. But you don't have to bring it into the drama. This is not you, which is why I think she apologizes later in this episode because, well, they apologize to each other. And I think it's because at the end of the day, she truly didn't want that. Like, I feel like I felt this moment so many times where it's like, I got out of my character and I need to apologize for it because that's not me. That's not who I want to be. So I just hope that throughout this experience, she learns that honestly, there was nothing wrong with how you acted in the first season. If people feel like you were too sensitive, they feel like you were too nice, they feel like you didn't stand up for yourself, girl, fuck them. Do not let them compromise who you are as a person. If you're not this girl that's going to go out, clocking the girls and going off, don't do it. Because also too, she's in defense mode, which is why she took what Bosco said so seriously. And I understand that so much. It's like you're always in defense mode. So any little thing that someone says, it's like, hold on, bitch. Hold on. When you don't have to go there. It's not even necessary because Bosco was just joking. So I'm glad they were able to work it out. Apparently my sister was getting some hate comments and hate messages. Very weird. Once you see the girls literally apologize in the episode, it's like, regardless, you shouldn't be doing it. But once you see the bitches literally apologize in the episode, girl, go get a job. Go to bed, bitch. The fuck?
Agree.
So
I agree.
Yeah, this is a cute little moment. And then Olivia just continues.
Why did she keep going? I was like, girl,
she don't want to talk. She want to do kisses and end the conversations. Y'all not getting nice, Olivia. Girl. I'm standing up for myself and I'm talking.
It was very Olivia. It was very cringy. I said period too. I'm not gonna lie. I did say period in the moment. I was like, period, girl, stand up for yourself. But also, it's like, it didn't feel real. If I'm being honest, it felt like she was actively trying to do this. And in a way, it's like that takes away from all of the like iconic energy of it all. Because I'm like, girl, you're actively trying to do this. And Bosco was joking, and then it didn't really work. It was just a lot going on, and I don't love that for her. I really wish, like, because honestly, what it's showing me is that you do care about what people are saying about you, and like I kind of don't love that for her. Like, don't give a fuck, queen. You're that girl. You're on All Stars. Same as y'all are on All Stars. Fuck what the bitches are saying. You got on All Stars for being that girl back there who was congenial, who was nice, who was sweet, who was respectful, who didn't get in arguments, who didn't fight the girls. You don't have to fight the girls to be an All Star.
You're here.
You don't have to fight to be a bad girl.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Paula was so annoying, bro. Paula was so annoying.
But no, it's so serious, and I feel like I really wish. What's unfortunate is that even that, and then I see online she did make a tweet, and she was like, y'all talking all this shit and da 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 da. Girl, stop looking at who talking shit, because you was looking at who talking the shit, and that's why you got on here and did this, and now you're still looking at who talking. Stop looking, please. Try, because you're that girl. You're a queen. You needed to be focused on this challenge. No shade.
Ooh, no shade. Don't do her.
No shade. Because you're trying to clock Bosco because you feel so self-conscious about the perception that people are seeing of you, and you should have been focusing on the challenge. And I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Don't do her, bitch.
I had to.
I'm gonna let you have it because you eating. So let's go ahead and go on to the Maxi or whatever, the murder mystery challenge. Like I said, I think this is a really, really fun one. I enjoyed myself. Almost all of them made me laugh. Except Olivia, my sister, no shade. Neither did Phoenix either, of course. The front runners were Aja, Deja, Bosco, and Irene. And what's crazy is that Deja didn't even think she did good, girl. But once again, we see who the front runners are. We really, really do. Starting with Aja. Aja's character was Miss Ashley Brashley or whatnot. I thought she ate her role. Now, I did think the little New Orleans accent she was trying to give was so funny to me. But I think in general, she really ate this role up. It definitely wasn't like top 2 performance from what we saw, but she was one of the fronts. Like this would have got her safe at least.
I loved it. I really did love her performance. I think I have 3 girls better. Like I liked more than her, but it was still very good. And I think what I love about Aja is that it's consistently good because she had a good performance here and she literally won the last challenge. Really ate it up, and I loved this performance. I really, really did. It was great. I really like the improv acting challenges. I know some of the girls don't love the acting challenges.
The improv is fun. The improv is fun because you have to come up with it on your own.
Yeah. I like it.
But yeah, no, I didn't really ate. And that's the thing, you kind of have to be consistent because it's only 3 episodes, like 3 weeks, So I would like after this week, I would feel so defeated. Because bitch, if I'm not in top 2, bitch, go ahead and sign my check. Get me up out of here. Next we have Phoenix. Rudy, I don't know why you're like this. Rudy says in the chat, Phoenix was one of my favorites in this challenge. Phoenix was given Lana Del Rey last season, where
Phoenix was literally speaking in her voice. Rudy would ask her a question, and Phoenix was like, "Yes, my name is the Kitty Per. What is her name? Whatever the fuck her name
played,
is. We don't have.
I don't have her name.
Delphine Burgundy, and as Delphine, I am not scared, and because I'm not." She was literally talking in Phoenix's voice, and then it's not. I'm not saying you have to do a different. You should do a different. You actually should do a different voice if you're fucking acting and you're doing a drag race acting challenge. But she did do a different voice, and honestly, her responses were boring to me. I hated it. I didn't like it. I hate your hair and makeup today. But yeah.
Especially because she is from an older season, she really needs to come and like prove herself. And I think she's doing good for someone who was on Drag Race so long ago. And I think that's what's so fun is that, especially in the look department, you're able to see these old school queens come and really serve it up because drag was so different back then, like so different, even the competition itself. So I think she's doing good enough to maybe like in a regular season be slightly safe, but
no, she would have
be in danger. She would be in danger. So I'm saying that there were like 14 queens here.
Oh, I see.
She could be okay, but she's someone that would get in trouble really, really quickly. Because I think her looks,
give it 5 episodes. Give it 4 episodes.
Girls, they'll suck at the challenge and they have a shitty ass look. Her looks be tea a little bit. So I'm like, I think she could save herself on a regular season. Here, it's like, girl. But the thing is, they don't like to give the girls real critiques, so it's like it really doesn't even matter for real.
And Alessandro is spilling because they really needed to. They have 3. I was telling Lee, I was like, y'all did trash in 2 out of the 3 episodes. And it's like, it's literally 3 episodes. And you know that. So Phoenix, Olivia, Deja, y'all needed to put y'all entire pussy. You have 3 chances or you're out. Period. Like at this point, I probably would feel defeated. I'm on. If I only had one point at this point, I would probably feel
tired. Girl, send me home.
Send me home because y'all aren't doing great at all. But this was a no for me. I'm sorry. This was a chop. She would have been lip syncing for her life.
Yeah, definitely. No shade. And then Deja, when I first watched, I thought Deja was slightly fumbling in the beginning, but then she controlled it. Then on the second watch, I was like, no, she is 8. Like, the character really built itself up. I thought she was hilarious. She felt it. The reason why I felt off because I was like, is she doing a good job of like quote unquote seducing him? But it was like the build up, like to the end, she was literally putting her ass on him. I thought that was hilarious. If it was me, I would have had her and Irene in top 2. I think the reason why Ru had Bosco in top 2 is because he found her character hilarious. I didn't find Bosco characters hilarious, not because she was doing a bad job, but because the type of comedy wasn't funny to me. The comedy that Deja was giving was funny. And that's not to say that one killed their role better than the other. I think this is a personal preference where Bosco's character wasn't funny and Deja's was. Now, it is what it is. I think both of them really immersed themselves in the role, but I think I would have chose Deja over Bosco in this.
Yeah, I with the performance, I feel like Deja and Bosco have one has a positive and the other has a positive. Like I like the Deja's comedy more. I think I like Bosco's performance more in a way. Like I liked her character. She became a character. I was telling Lee, I didn't even realize it was Bosco until like 30 seconds into her acting performance because she was acting. She was a whole different voice, a whole different character, a whole different energy. It did not give Bosco at all. And I feel like I really enjoyed that. But they were about what and what. And then I was like, honestly, I got to wait for the runways. And so I did. And we'll get there later. But yes, I did like both of those performances for sure. Deja 8. And I really wish she like felt that for her because afterwards she didn't think she did good here. She did amazing here. She could have been in the top for this performance. I really do think so. Personally, I will say I would have been a little more outlandish, and I could see that she wasn't because there's a point she had to unbutton her shirt. She had to unbutton her shirt, and she only unbuttoned the outer shirt. And I felt like, girl, you should have spilled the drink by. Oopsie.
Like she could have went a little. Oh my God, y'all! Pharaoh is a mess. If you're watching the podcast, please watch the video version because this man on this video acting a fool. Act the fool, girl.
Yep. I just feel like I would have gave it all, but I think she still did amazing. But Bosco did.
I guess that was the one difference. I do think Bosco had a lot more elements to her performance. So I could see that like as a full on character because I feel like that's something in her lip sync as well, which we'll get to. But then we have Irene. Irene was hilarious.
The voice killed the whole Looney Tunes voice. Killed it for me, honey.
She really ate, and it's like the fact that they have to like come up with these characters, like the personality about them and things like that. Well, they have a like a what is it? A rubric to follow, a template to follow, but they still have to extend past that. So it's like this voice was so hilarious. It was like this Betty Boop type. I don't know. And then the voice change. When I tell you, her and Deja are the only people I laughed out loud to. That's why, like Bosco, I wouldn't have gave it to Bosco because Bosco didn't make me laugh out loud. Like when that voice changed, that was fucking hilarious. It was so smart too. It's like when she did it, I didn't expect it, but when she did it, it felt like this was perfect here. This is what we did. This is what you do in this type of comedy form. So for her to implement that, just so good. Well, aren't you clever? Like, oh my God, it was so funny. Like she ate that. Like Irene, this bitch, she's someone to watch. She needs to come back for a regular season. I guess she do. I guess she can't now because she's on All Stars, but this is someone who should have went from 16 and been on 17. This bitch could have won 17 and she was
agree.
Actually, never mind, bitch, because that was Anya's crown. But still, like,
it was 15 to 16, but she wouldn't have. I don't think she would have won 16.
Oh, she was on 15. No, she was on 15. She would not have won 16. Yeah. It would have been 15 then 16. She was not beating anybody in that top.
But it should have went 15, 16. She would have made top 6, and then All Stars.
Yep.
But honestly,
I didn't see her in her flagship.
something like this makes me, this might be a hot take, I don't know, but this kind of makes me not love the lip sync for the crown, because after watching this, it's like Irene should have won this episode. You know, she should have won, and she didn't, because it's the lip sync for the not the crown, lip sync for the win, whatever the fuck. And I don't think I love that. I don't think I love that, because no shade. I mean, I feel like she did win the lip sync, so I guess I do love it. But also, I feel like she won this challenge, and I kind of hate that it went to Bosco over her, because she murdered this challenge.
Especially
She
when
murdered
you
this
mentioned
challenge.
that the challenge eats, but at the same time, I think with Bosco, it was probably, now that I'm thinking about it, this full episode. She had a really funny character. She did the
Yeah, really
Elvira
great look.
look, and then she did a pretty good lip sync as well. I just think
Yeah.
for me, y'all gonna be mad, but I did prefer Irene in the lip sync and the challenge. But we're gonna
I
get to the
agree.
lip sync. We'll get to the lip sync. We'll get to the lip sync.
I agree.
She did. I'm sorry.
No, she did. I agree with Lee. Irene won the lip sync.
I don't
Actually, isn't that
know.
Oh no, we had the pre-lip.
We gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
Let's get there.
Drag us in the chat now. But we're gonna get there. Y'all gonna drag us some more. And then Olivia, same thing with Olivia as in this challenge.
Forgot about her.
With the last one. It was cute, but at the end of the day, she didn't lean enough into it. She did not lean into it. She didn't really immerse herself into the character like Bosco, like,
and you can tell.
Deja, like Irene.
You can tell, and I don't like that. You can tell. Like, honestly, with Deja, you can't necessarily tell. It's like on the last challenge, I feel like with Olivia, it's obvious you're not leaning into it. On this challenge, it's obvious you're not leaning into it. It kind of feels like Phoenix is trying. It kind of feels like last challenge Deja was trying. With you, with Olivia, something about it just feels too. What are those queens that do the pageant? It kind of feels too pageanty. Like, are you trying to be cutesy, or are you trying to be here and a drag queen? Like, I don't know. I think she needs to just let something loose and become fully into whatever she's doing, because it's just this wall, and it just feels so obvious to me, and it sucks, because it's like, you have the gumption, you have the capabilities, you have the ability, and it's like, you are fun. Olivia can be funny, so it's like, I hate that she like has this wall up, because I feel like she can do it, but this wasn't the time. Maybe next round.
Agree. Maybe next time, girl. It's over. Damn near.
Maybe next round.
What? Oh, round. I was gonna say next time, girl. Like even then, it's like, damn, she eat it up next round. Then what?
Yeah, 2 points.
But yeah, and then so that's the end of the challenge or whatnot, and then we get to the pre-runway, where Aja speaks on her alliances. She talks about how she has the Diamond Alliance with Olivia, Mimu.
Yes.
And next, she has her Platinum Alliance, which is the alliance between her, Deja, and Olivia. That is the Melanation Station. We love the Drag Race Cookout Alliance. And then she says she's looking for her gold. And she goes to Irene, and they basically say it would be in their best interest to give each other the points, because they are the front runners. And Aja will be having to make that decision in the next episode. So, will she be giving Irene her points? Will be interesting, because by the end of this episode, I'm not mistaken, Irene's in the lead. So why the fuck would Aja give her a point to make her more in the lead?
Right. We don't see time.
And then we get Deja, her segment saying, "I'm not good enough." Very much Inside Out. I'm not good enough. Y'all, Inside Out 2 was so good. Inside Out 2 was so good. They explained anxiety so well, and it's truly
anxiety.
Take control of me, and quietly, control of me. Yeah. Okay. But it truly encapsulated how anxiety feels, because even after eating up that challenge, here she goes talking about she is not good enough. Oh my God, they eating us up.
They're eating us up. We got to get there quick. No, but I hated this moment. We talked about this.
God.
We talked about this with Deja already throughout the podcast. I just hated this moment for her so bad, because, girl, you did great.
And so I love this moment with Phoenix, because Phoenix was telling her, like, you do not need to put too much on yourself. Like, as drag queens, we live for the applause, live for the applause, live for the we live for the applause, but you do not need that to give you validation. What you need is for yourself to believe in yourself. At the end of the day, RuPaul don't need to tell you on the main stage you did good. You did good. You ate. So why are you questioning it? And it sucks because I completely understand where she's coming from, and I truly hope that she's in a better place today because she needs to realize that she's a star. Bitch, you're on
She is a
RuPaul's
star.
Drag Race. You are one of Ru girls. So many people in the world would live for this position, and that's
Clock
not
it.
even just internationally. Even I mean, in the U.S., that's internationally. There are so
Period.
many queens on these other versions who would love to be on the U.S. version
Clock
because
it.
that was
You're
the
that
origin.
girl.
You are on that shit. So
You're on
I
that.
just want her to believe in herself because she really is a good drag queen. Like she's
Yeah.
not a bad drag queen at all. There are some girls who if they were
Yeah.
acting like this, I'd be like, girl, yeah, you should be because you suck. But Deja's actually really good, and if she believed in herself, she could be better. But she'll get there. She'll get her. Bosco and Phoenix really gave her some words of encouragement. I really like that moment with them. And then we get the flashback to when Bosco and Olivia apologized to each other. This was before the challenge. We love sisters. And essentially they talk about how neither one of them wanted to get that far. And, you know, Olivia was kind of getting teared up a little bit, you know, and I just love that they had that moment because I do think no shade, Olivia was overreacting.
It was just nothing. It was so nothing. It was so nothing.
Like that. She was able to overcome that because it wasn't that big of a deal. Like Bosco was joking, you know, Olivia did feel hit in that moment, so she attacked. But the realization that she shouldn't have reacted like that, I love and I understand so much.
I agree.
And then essentially Olivia starts asking her alliance partner, Aja, girl, what you gonna do about the point system? Because hello, girl, give me a point. And I was just like, well, girl, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Right.
And Olivia was like, aren't we on the alliance? Like, I thought you were gonna stick to that. But baby, Aja got multiple alliances. So she's not worried about none of that. She's gonna give her point to the person she feels like she should get a goddamn point to.
At that time.
Now, if it was me, I'm giving it to Olivia because at this point she's flopping in the competition. She can take a point.
No say.
If I that would be my strategy. If I were to able to give a point, I'm giving it to the person who I think is the weakest competition because you're not going to get more points than that.
I agree. I'm excited to see what Aja does because I wonder if somebody will be mad. Because if not Olivia, maybe Irene will be mad. I'm wondering, are you going to get shat on a little bit for doing that? So we'll see all these alliances, child.
We're going to see. And then we get into the runway. Once again, I'll say we're going to do the looks at the end together. The category for this runway is coming and going. And we see here that they have the top two as Bosco and Irene. They lip sync to the song Murder on the Dance Floor. And of course, Bosco wins. Now, I did watch this lip sync twice. This is why I thought this is just going to give my opinion on why I thought Irene won, or at least Irene did well. I think a lot of people are saying that Irene got stomped or that she looked bad. I didn't think she looked bad. I can admit that someone said always giving white girl at the club dancing. And honestly, I felt that. I feel like this is what this song gives. This song to me gives that. And so I felt like she was kind of embodying the energy. I loved her little quirks and her little movements. So I felt like she did her thing. I do. I think she can beat most people. Bosco, and I kind of said this earlier, I think she had performance throughout the episode. Like she had a good performance in the thing and the challenge. She had a good runway performance, and then she had this performance. The thing is, I didn't love the swirling of the
anybody doing one thing for majority of the lip sync, it's a no for me. Because she was swirling for most of the lip sync, and I don't know how y'all felt about that. I felt like Bosco was swirling on this thing for most of the lip sync, using her costume to dance.
I've never beautiful. It was definitely beautiful. I just felt like there wasn't much to that a little bit. I don't know, because I'm thinking back to Coco Montrese. Remember her lip syncing? She had the big thing that she was waving around, but she did other stuff. I didn't like how this was majority of the lip sync, and at the end, the reveal was her being in the nude. But it's like that isn't a reveal necessarily because we've seen you in the nude before, Bosco. We've seen you showing legs, hips, and body. So for me, it's like, well, I don't necessarily love the costume art, and I didn't really care for the reveal because I seen it. So for me, I was like, well, I mean, I didn't feel it. I'm not gonna say it's bad. I don't think she did a bad job. I did just feel like Irene edged it out for me. However, anyone that says Bosco won, I'm not gonna sit up here and say you were wrong. She definitely ate it up. But I just did feel like on the first watch for sure Irene ate it up. Like I was like, Irene won, no shade.
I literally agree that Irene won. And I was telling Lee, I was like, I will say, if I was watching this and I was like, who do I need to choose to perform at my drag club or whatever it is, I would choose Bosco over Irene because Bosco gave a story, a performance, a show. It was beginning to end. She had a transition. Da, 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 da. But for me, Irene won the lip sync because I don't feel like when I hear Murder on the Dance Floor, the song, I don't feel the ether. Because like Alessandra said, Bosco was giving nymph floating around ethereal. I don't get that energy when I hear Murder on the Dance Floor. When I hear Murder on the Dance Floor, I think of a white girl at a club dancing around. So that's why I felt like Irene was giving Murder on the Dance Floor. There's a murder on the dance floor, but you cannot feel the groove. Hey, hey, hey. What does that have to do with a nymph floating around? No shade. But to me, when I'm listening to the song, I wasn't getting what Bosco was doing. I didn't feel the song performance connection, but I do feel like her performance was beautiful. Maybe it would have went better with a different song, because for me, this is a dance in the club, shake, do a white girl dance song. And that's just for me. Maybe I don't understand the song.
But that's why I always say, bitch, my opinion on drag don't mean shit, because clearly y'all all disagree. Look, it is what it is. I don't know all of the drag.
Well? No, Irene was not dancing good. It was low-key giving Ariete. But I just felt like the energy was more so what I preferred for the song, and clearly not what y'all or RuPaul preferred. So clearly I'm not that girl. So there's that.
I also wanted to mention how Phoenix revealed that her look was inspired by her sister who passed to COVID. I really felt her listening to this story, because like I said, she's been this nurturing kind of like motherly figure so far in the season. So for her to reveal something like that, like she's truly an example of someone that can overcome insecurities, overcome traumas in your life, and still be successful even years later after being second booted 15 years ago. So I really enjoyed that. It was a sad moment for sure, but it's also a really inspirational moment because it was about weathering through the storm. I guess we could talk about that when we brought the look up, but
yeah, I was thinking
I have it in this section, so it got said.
Period.
It got said. Bosco wins though. I'm gonna let y'all have it. It is what it is. When I go on Drag Race, I'm definitely gonna give Bosco, because that is what the girls are into. I'm gonna give Bosco. I'm gonna give Asia with the butterflies. I'm gonna give Sasha bitch. Okay.
Clearly that's what wins.
Reveal. I'll show you ass and hips and titties.
And Bosco literally went from tied with the flops to tied for first place with this win, because now her and Irene are tied with 4 points. Aja has 3, the big 3, no shade. And then everybody else has 1, no shade. And I think that might be what kind of sucks about it only being 3 rounds, is like, this is damn, like, can anybody even catch up? Like, I mean, technically, yes. Because if Deja wins the next round and wins the lip sync, she will have 4, just like Bosco and Irene, and she could beat Aja, for example. She could beat Aja if she gets, the next round. But it's like, will she fully win the next round? No shade to anybody. But it's like, it just seems like these 3 girls are the ones who are
to be a hater.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I just feel like
I hope it gets more competitive.
No, but
then again, what if there's a tie? Like, what if 4 girls have 4?
That ain't happening.
It's not happening. I
think RuPaul will make sure it don't happen.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, girl. Well, let's go ahead and get into the looks. Now, if you were here last time, I was trying something new. And we are going to try it again.
Valid.
I don't give up that easily. Oh, it was not supposed to play.
Oh, pause it, Queen.
I paused it, Diva. Okay. So we are going to get into the looks, mama. I did merge both the first runway and the second runway. So the in picture, the left will be episode 1, the right will be episode 2. Let's get into it, mama. Period. The first down the runway we have is our drag mother, Aja. Aja, I don't even know her.
Bye. Aja is something, and I do have Now I'm gonna start because let's end on a positive note. I'm gonna start with the negative note. This left, right? Let's start with the first runway. I don't like Pokemon. So whatever reference she's giving, I don't give a fuck. I don't love the first.
She's
look.
referencing the Pokemon Jinx. She's a purple Pokemon with a blonde wig and a red dress. See, bitch, you don't know culture. Look at this dress. The dress is giving Mugler realness. The purple. Honestly, if I'm being honest, my only issue with this look is the purple. I wish the purple was fully covering her skin, but this dress is beautiful. This dress is beautiful. The hair is beautiful. Her face looks great. The titties are sitting pretty. I love it.
I'm not the biggest fan of the dress at all. I don't really love the dress that much at all.
It's Mugler mommy.
I love that it's Mugler for her. I wish the purple was more, like you said, blended a little bit better for sure. The hair, I'm not the biggest fan of the hair either. And that's all. Don't love. But this second look, this second look is my favorite Aja look for sure.
She looks like a goddess.
I really like it. I really do like it. I feel like it does look ethereal. When I was watching her walk down the runway on the second runway, I was like, oh my God. Like I think I do love it. I think I do love the second look. I really enjoyed the color contrast for sure, because on the back it's black, and that's the whole point, because it's like coming in for, what is it, front and back, coming in and forward, back and forward, whatever the fuck the category is. But yes, I do really like the second
coming
look.
And going.
The first one I didn't love the first.
Yeah, I mean, I loved the concept of both. I think she did really well. I do think that this keeps up with her performances. Do I think this is like extravaganza looks? That first one, I would say yes. The second one, I'm here or there on it. It's cute for sure, but I do feel like if this was like a main season or or a flagship, like she would still be very high in the competition, because the performance of eating, the looks are tea. So we're here. I liked it. Next, we have taking forever. Big Bosco, not the number one.
This is mother down. Oh, seeing them together is cunty. Seeing them together is
body. One thing she's going to give you is body and sex and diva. And you know what? I take it back. She won the lip sync, bitch. She won the lip sync. I mean, even if she didn't win the lip sync, this plus this look plus that challenge, the bitch. I mean, this Elvira inspired look. First of all, the coffin, the coffin, so cunty, and look how skinny it is, bitch. Cinched.
Bitch.
Just, honestly, Bosco is really doing it for me. Something about Bosco the first time. Honestly, most of the queens in season 14 I didn't really love because the season was so boring. Bosco this time around, she's really standing out for me. I mean, get into this first look. The titties, the hair.
I love the first look, but you know what I will say? I will say one thing about the first look. I love both the looks a lot. Like, these are my favorite. She has my favorite looks. The first look I would have preferred if the gloves matched the color of her skirt thing. Because I don't like that it's randomly darker shade. But other than that, I love the look so much. It's so cunty. And she has zippers. So her hair is a zipper. It's like unzipped. And then her neck and her arms are unzipped as well. And I just found that so cunty for some reason, because it matches the zip on her leg. I love the look, and I love the Elvira look. She fucking body. I think these are my favorite.
And then she had that little personality moment with RuPaul. Like, oh, if you want to get into the casket, like, you could tell she is so confident in herself. Like, after becoming the woman that she is and always was, she is so confident in herself, and it's like just radiating off of her and through the screen. Like, she's just so, oh my God, like someone else I wish could do a fucking regular season again, because Bosco really could win. You know what I mean? I don't know if she's gonna be able to win here, because it's that fucking top fucking 10 of goddamn lip syncs. Like, she's a good lip syncer, but remember, she was almost out of here on that Lollapalooza for her season. Oh, and then Lady Camp ate her up in that one lip sync. Oh, that In Vogue lip sync. She ate her up. But I'm excited. I think I'm excited. I'm excited because even with the lip sync, while I still have my opinions, very great performance. Like, that was a performance that I could see in a final lip sync that would get her to win. Honestly, someone compared this to Sasha. I wouldn't say quite Sasha, but cunty
for sure. Period.
Ciao. Next we have on the list Let's get to it. Miss Deja Wasia. Not to
Let me
be
go on.
confused with Doja.
Let me go on mute.
I love that flower on the back. Love that flower on the back. I think it is so cute. Starting with the first look, let me get my positive out because you become a fucking hater.
Okay.
Starting with the first look, first of all, the green, at first, I was not living for it. And I think as she walked down the runway, I really did like it. I think she looks beautiful in the face in this first picture. I love the bodice specifically. Like, maybe if the end pieces and like the shoulders weren't so puffy, it could be slightly better. But, you know, the body part, the bodice, all the way up to the titties looks great. I think she looks great neck up. You know, it was a little bit adjustments that I feel like she could have had to really like sell it fully, but I don't hate this look. And the second look, I like the campiness of it, like the front of it kind of being this campy, kooky space look. It's unique, it's different, and it's well put together. It's well crafted. It looks great. It looks just perfect in my opinion. I can see the idea she was going for, and then when she turns around and show that flower, I just think it looks beautiful. Like, I think that she did good. I truly do think that she did well in both of these looks. Maybe I am just giving it up to her because I like her, I can relate to her, all of these things, but I think she did well.
Right. I think she did terrible on the looks.
You're a fucking hater. Say something positive right now before you start.
I loved, and this is actually genuine, I absolutely loved the flower on the back on the second look for sure. On the back, you know, when she turned around and left. But
that was the best part, for real.
That was the best part. I actually hate these looks, and honestly, I don't hate every Deja Sky look, but this season I haven't loved them, and I do feel like positively I loved her challenge performances. Feel like her challenge performance in this episode, the second episode, was really good, but these looks I actually hate. I don't enjoy the first look in any essence. I hate the hair, and I don't like the way the way the dress looks. I feel like it's too bulky. Like the arms, I don't like that they're bulky, and I don't like the fabric of the bottom. I just don't love it. It doesn't silhouette. She's not good at silhouetting herself. There's no silhouette on the second one. She just looks like a fan, and I don't enjoy that look.
To have one on that one though,
and I feel like maybe that's the problem. Maybe I would wish she did do a silhouette because she hasn't done one yet, really.
You're gonna be a hater all your life. Let me.
And I also don't like the makeup on the first one. I like the makeup on the second one though. The makeup on the second one was cute, but this looks a mess. And I don't like the hair on either. I know I don't like the hair on the first, but I don't like the hair on the
next
second one.
We have our good sister Olivia Lux.
Now, this is a girl who can get out on the runway, honey.
I was living for both of these looks, like these roses on the back, that purple, the little Kim inspiration. I think she looks fucking fantastic. And wow, just wow. The way her drag has improved. It was never like terrible, but it
was good. I feel like I really liked it. But I love these.
Love. I mean, she looks fucking great. The face, the makeup, the hair, the look. I mean, this first look, this purple on her just looks fucking great. Like I said, the little Kim inspiration, it is executed well. She looks fucking fabulous. And in the second look, the coming and going, I mean, this this flower petal cape fucking train she has. I mean, the hair is just absolutely gagging me. Organized. She looks like a fucking I don't know, a gorgeous fucking diva. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm sorry. Like, she looks so cunt. Like, if the fucking challenge performances was at the level of this and what we see in that workroom, this bitch could win the goddamn show. She agree. Really could, because she is bringing it in this category. She truly is.
I agree. I really, really love both of these looks. The only thing I would have done differently is for the first look, I would have had my whole titty out because it was tits and slits. But other than that, I don't give a fuck. If she looks great and she still has a titty out, kinda, I would have just had it like skin out. Bitch, she has that little thing covering it. I would have had the skin out.
Queen slits. See, you trying to be a hoe on the stage, girl.
Yeah, that's what I heard. When I heard tits and slits, I heard whore. So I kind of wanted her to get more horror. And I think that's her thing. She's very demure, very put together. I do want her to get a little raunchy. Like with the challenges and with the looks, girl, get a little slutty. But love these looks. And I love that she took the slit and did it with pants, because every other girl did it with, the dress. She has a pants slit, bitch. Love, 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 love her looks. Her black one is very elegant. Love this down. She's my queen. She's my girl. She don't play between. She just need to put this.
And then these are looks from 2 different episodes, and it's like, wow, like 2 totally different looks, 2 totally different like tones, and ate up both of them. Like, love. She is definitely one of the look queens this season, girl. Let's hope we can keep seeing them.
Period.
Next, we have Miss Irene, the alien darling. Very much keeping on theme with the name for sure. Okay. Yes. We have her looking like the alien Princess Fiona's Vegas showgirl. I mean, I think that this was so unique. Similar to Aja, she painted the skin. And this is what I wish Aja did do, where it was like evenly toned throughout. I thought this look was so unique. I did. I feel like this is a fucking alien on the Las Vegas Strip planet of Zuberon somewhere. Like, I don't know. Like, I lived where her mind goes. And then the second look, she's this robotic Republican representative, and then she peels off the head, and she's being ran by a little alien in the brain, and she's like a robot. So it's like it's syndicating that, oh, the aliens are controlling these Republicans to be so evil and things like that. And it's like hilarious. It's a telling a story. The point. Irene is easily become one of my favorite queens. Very creative. I have to update my favorites list because baby Phoenix got to go on there, Deja got to go on there, Irene got to go on there now. Like, oh my god, like I really just love the presentation. And honestly, this is the one good thing we have about them doing brackets, because we can individually see these girls better. Like, that's why they always say with the judging, like, you'll be able to really get into them. And that's how I feel. Like, I truly like all 6 of these queens. I really do. But these looks were great. I think as far as like eleganza, as far as like gagging me down, the first one, yes. But even then, the look itself, like the dress, it could be just something a little bit more
elevated. Right.
So it does feel like she's slightly lacking behind in that department, which would make sense because technically this is her first goddamn runway season. This is only her third ever walk the runway, if I'm not mistaken. So, third and fourth. So it's like, I think she's doing well for herself. It's just, I do feel like there could be an elevation, but I like that she's telling these stories. Like, I think both of these looks give me a story that I really appreciate.
I agree. I really do appreciate them. And I was telling Lee basically what he was just saying, like, this does kind of to me feel like things that we could have seen on her first season, because she basically never had a first season. So it makes sense. Like, seems like these are very fresh, in her mind. Like, these seem like very fresh ideas, but they're so creative. And I love how creative both of them are. The first one, she came out and it took me some time, y'all. I'm not going to lie. She came out. I was like, oop. Hold on, let my eyes adjust. But I do really like it. I love the story it's telling. I love how creative it is. I do wish it was a little more, I guess maybe refined, something, because she damn near had dirt on her titties, y'all. The dress is not giving. The dress is not giving, super eleganza. The back thing isn't even. I hate how one is like, there's certain things that could make it more pristine. But other than that, I really just enjoyed the creativity at all. Love the second look. It just seemed simple. It seemed like first time on RuPaul's Drag Race rather than All Stars, which is fine because she's still watching some of the girls. I like this better than some of the looks we've seen, but also it's still like, it just feels fresh. And it's like, there's an elevation that some of these girls have had. Maybe it's because I've seen what some of the other girls have given, and now I'm comparing it and I can see they elevated. And with Irene, I can't see an elevation because this is the first time I've seen her. So it just feels fresh to me. I'm just like, this is Irene, I'm getting to know her. So, but love these looks. Very cute. Period.
Very cute. And then we're going to go on to our last diva in charge. Weathering the storm. My sister, the Phoenix. Her name should be the Phoenix. That would be a little bit more cunty.
I like that.
I was living for the titty reveal in this first latex look. I mean, bitch, talk about tits and slits, baby. She looks good. She
did what I wanted. She came out there as a slut. Bitch, I wanted a slut.
I mean, very much latex dominatrix BDSM, and then you unzip, and then you got the big bouncy ass titties. I mean, I love it. As she's walking the runway, she does the slit and continues to walk. Looks fucking great. Looks fucking good. That's my bitch. She ate that.
Love it down. It's giving Doja Cat. Is you into that? No, not that one. Where's the one where she's literally in latex? Anyways, it's giving dominatrix, and I love that for her. Love it.
It's like Teletubby dominatrix. Like,
it's giving Poe. Yeah,
now the second look, I love the inspiration behind it. I really resonate with that story as well.
Right.
I just feel like the idea was there. I just like it could have been executed better. I don't like the like silver plated corset thing that she has on, and then I like what she was going for on the back. To me, it wasn't selling for me. It wasn't selling for me the way I needed it to sell. Like, I don't know if it should have been smaller, maybe, or maybe just a different kind of design. That's what it felt like. It felt like a lot was going on. Like, she had this idea, and then it was kind of going a little bit more places than what it needs to go. Yeah. But I can see the idea up in there. I can.
It's an idea. It's a concept. Yeah. Too much going on the front, and then also maybe not form fitted enough for it to just be like she was basically coming out in a gown, and I feel like the gown needed to be a little more. You wore a corset, but the silhouette isn't silhouetting as much as it should be. And I feel like if you were gonna wear the corset, you needed to be like, and she's only a little bit cinched, and that's not my favorite thing. It just great idea. I don't think it got executed very, very well. But I did pull up her read from the read she gave to Ice Spice, because
oh my god,
why was the most memorable thing about her all 2 episodes was Ice Spice read, and it was Ice Spice did read her and say that
was not the most memorable thing. Hold on, don't do my sister Phoenix. No, because I loved her personality. I love when she was giving advice to Deja. I love the story about her sister. I like Phoenix. I really do. I really enjoy her.
Definitely likable. But that read did stand out, and she felt so too because she responded. So she says. To Ice Spice, well, she says, also, I appreciate the love from everyone about the Ice Spice comment. I'll comment more and tell the funny part about this later. But trust me when I say my 25 years of experience and decades of contributing to my community is what makes me an icon, not 3 minutes on a TV show. That being said, I'm perfectly fine not getting icon validation from someone whose fame has come from one song about shitting and farting. Now, she read Ice Spice down. I kind of wish she would have read Ice Spice down in that moment.
To her face?
I kind of wish she would have said it to her face, but she read her down on the Instagram for sure. Definitely on Instagram.
Who might be sending me the chat? Lisa got promoted, and now he loves everyone. Is it not giving Monet Exchange energy very much? Girl, I'm on the pit stop. I love everybody. Everyone's dragging
rivalry, and that's your problem. This is supposed to be civil. You're supposed to be with me. I feel betrayed.
I'm at the pit stop.
Lisa got me taking all the heat. He knows some of these girls look a mess. But no, Phoenix, yeah, it's fine.
But no, honestly, I really didn't hate any of the girls this episode. I did it.
Yeah.
Lisa gave one negative critique all damn night.
Oh, I love her.
I'm in my congenial era. Yep, I'm in my congenial era, bitch. But yeah, girl, that's the girls. Let's go ahead and get to this tier rank, sister.
I know that's right, sister. Period. I had it. You gotta go to the back one, the last one, the other one, the other one. There you go. How did we all leave? What happened? But no, boom. Period.
All right,
we're at the tier rank. What is this? The Orange Girls? Yes, this is the Orange Girls. Asha.
I was gonna say Chop could still be Child.
Chop, it should be Child. I don't know why.
Oh, we do have different categories. We now have Mother, Camp, Mid, Child, and Kaya Asylum.
As we should.
If you don't know what the Kaya Asylum is, you should be happy because you're not not chronically online like me.
You're not chronically online.
But basically, it's the new Chop.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So Aja first. I hate to say it. I hope I don't sound ridiculous. This is my mother a little bit.
Mother. I mean, let's talk about it. She read us down for filth.
Did
she Inspired by Pokemon, one of my favorite shows and games.
I'm
ever.
not gagging, but you're kind of losing.
She
making me want to
is
move
a
around.
ballroom diva who killed a lip sync to a song that who would have thought could kill a lip sync.
One song about shitting and farting. Like
she is my drag stepmother because Candy Muse is my sister.
Fuck all that. She killed the challenges.
She killed the challenges. She murdered on the dance floor.
One of her runways was good. So she's my mother.
Two of her runways was good. HMIC, head mother in charge.
Were there.
Her real music smacks.
Her
like
music
her actual
smacks. Yes. Period.
I need to get into girl. Who the host? Who the host?
I'm just trying to pull it up.
Shit.
Personally, Mary, I'm not gonna read your comment, but I do agree with the comment. But because I got read for filth, she's my mother today. This time she's my mother. So I'm just gonna shut up. Next we have Bosco, honey.
Mother. I don't know what to tell you. She has 4 benefactress points, and she is on her way to advancing into the next round. I mean, Sir's body, Sir's face, Sir's personality. She gave us an argument. Hey, I have to live. I have to live.
She's killing it. She's killing it for me. Diva. Next we have, if you ask me, I would say mid at most. Deja Sky.
If we're being real, it's probably Chai or Kaya Asylum. But I'm not going to do that to my sister. We can keep her in mid. We are in our congenial era, and I'm going to stand beside it.
Yeah, because let me think. Bad in one challenge, good in the other. I think the second challenge is enough for me to accept a mid. And I would just leave it.
Yeah, if this was just one episode, that first episode, it would have been bad. It would have been bad. But we have 2 episodes. So I do think that she controlled it in episode 2. So me.
I agree. Next we have Irene. Is this Irene yet?
Irene, a mother. Irene. The only person in top 2 twice. Tied for first.
Honestly, she's my top mother. She's my top mother. She gave arguments, whether they were fake or real.
The only reason why I would say not top mother is because of the lip sync performances. I do think she has to be last in mother.
No way she's last in mother, and she was top.
The only thing that I think, because for example, I think Aja stood out the most in her first challenge, and Aja murdered her in that first lip sync.
She did. I do agree.
In the second challenge, I think she stood out the most in the challenge, but I can be fair in saying objectively, Bosco had a really, really good lip sync performance, and Bosco has also been more consistent. I would say last in mother.
Damn, and the girls agree. So I'll accept it. I don't think I agree, but I think that's just because she was consistent both episodes, but she didn't murder either of the episodes.
And that's why she didn't have a win. I think that
I see.
The other girls, they're slightly better. The girl was saying, "Camp, damn, she can't even be mother."
No, she mother. She mother at least. You don't beat top 2 times in a row out of 3. It's 2 out of 3, and she's top 2 twice, so she's at least mother. But I'll accept. Olivia Lux. Damn, she's child. No, she's mid for me.
Yeah, I would say. I think the looks are carrying it, but if we're basing on the challenges as well, neither one of her challenges was giving enough for me. But I don't think it sucks enough to be a child. Like I think being real, we have these new categories. They may not even get used because it's not that many people. And based off these 2 episodes, I'm like, Oh, the girl is saying child. Now I can see child only because Olivia hasn't had any big challenge moment. But her looks have been cunt.
To me, she's only child. She's only mid because of the looks, I will say. And is that enough? Maybe she should be child, but the girls,
I don't stand by it.
They said, and then she fumbled twice. She did fumble twice. But I'm fine with mid. I mean, I was dragging the girls, but I don't hate the girls that much. No shade. Now, we do have a potential child. No, we have a child. That's where Phoenix is going.
Phoenix, I mean, I love her. I think that she's doing so well for herself after being literally on the season 15 years ago and coming back now. It's just she's not really able to keep up. She hasn't had any big moments in the challenges. Her runways have been good, but they haven't been spectacular. So I think she's good right here. Someone on Twitter was like, imagine her lip syncing to Think You the Shit Fart.
Oh my God. Yeah, Phoenix, it's bad for Phoenix. I definitely think because these girls are all stars, they all have a little oomph to them that, like, I guess we usually wouldn't see. Like, I feel like they all have something to them, which is why it's hard to put any of them in Kaya or some of the girls that might have been child. It's like they're not really child because they have this to them. They are all stars. So I think that's why it's kind of like, they up there for us for sure. But this is definitely accurate.
And I refuse to hate on my mama Phoenix. I understand she's in child, but that's still my diva. She grew on me. I live. Did she get read by Ice Spice? Yes.
But dude said we being too nice
because I ignored it.
We being too nice. Well, if I'm being real,
if I'm being real, I stand by it because I think if I'm basing it on the 2 episodes, like if this was just the first episode,
there would be some Kaya Asylums or some more child.
What was Deja on that first challenge? Nothing. Yeah, Deja, Olivia, and Phoenix would all be lower.
Phoenix would be in Kaya Asylum, and Deja and Olivia would be in Child off that first episode. Bosco would only be in Camp off that first episode. It would be totally different. Maybe we should have did one episode. We should have did one after each. I don't know, but I definitely think because we see 2 full rounds of all these girls, some of them did good on the second round where they didn't do good on the first, or vice versa, or they did okay, or they did something to where we can kind of appreciate. It's like honestly, they gave us 2. Maybe they should have just gave us 1 episode. What's crazy? There's only 3 rounds to this, and it's giving. We already got 2 of the rounds. Like we only have 1 more week with these queens, which is crazy.
Hula said y'all are giving too much Ross Matthews, not enough Michelle besides. It's so funny because if you watch those older seasons, it's always Michelle actually reading them. Like, have y'all noticed that too? RuPaul, unless it's not in the edited episodes, barely say anything
ever. It's always the other judges,
but it's specifically a lot of Michelle.
That's crazy.
Like Michelle gives that opinion, girl. Like every once in a while, you'll get RuPaul being like, "Oh, I really appreciate you," and that makes that like compliment I feel like so big. But RuPaul just be sitting there, and he's the main one qualified to judge the girls.
Oh, Hula said who would be lip sync if it was regular season? Round 1, Phoenix and I would say Phoenix and Deja.
Oh, round 1. If we're doing round 1,
episode 1, I would say Phoenix and Deja.
I agree with that.
Because the look of Olivia's look bodied enough to where it's like even if you did do bad, you're not being the bottom. Phoenix and Deja would have lip sync round 1, and Phoenix would have went home because it was think you just shit fart.
And round 2, it would have been 2. Phoenix and Olivia.
It would have been Phoenix and Olivia, but Phoenix would have been gone. So I guess
it would have to be Olivia and Deja. You drunk? You okay? It's on the screen.
No, it's not that simple because I was low-key thinking that second challenge, I like Deja a lot. I don't even think I think she would have been in the bottom on that second challenge. So I don't think it would have been Olivia.
If anything, Aja would have been in the bottom then.
Yeah.
But Aja, I mean, Olivia. Oh yeah, it would have to be because if we're counting Phoenix, Phoenix is eliminated, then it would have to be Aja versus
Olivia. And Olivia would have went the fuck home. But that's only because it's 6 girls. So it's like all of y'all are gonna lip sync by the end of the 3 rounds. But so if they was dealing with us, Phoenix and Olivia would have been out. Dead ass. And we'd have been going into episode 3 with just Aja, Bosco, and Irene and Deja. But let's be honest, y'all. Aja, Bosco, and Irene are going to move on.
I mean, they're in the mother tier for a reason.
Is there even a point for the 3rd episode? I'm not sure. I mean, I guess technically somebody could body. But what I even want, and I think that's the issue. Even if, let's say Phoenix wins the next round and she goes on and Irene the alien doesn't, or Bosco doesn't, or Aja doesn't, I would actually be angry. I don't want any of them to beat the top 3. And that's just frankly. So if it happens, I'm not even going to be happy about it. I'm kind of going to be annoyed. I want it to be Aja, Bosco, and Irene.
Because I mean, based on like the point scale, I mean, you would have to get top 2 and get the extra point from the lip sync. I think in every bracket we're gonna see by the end of episode 2, the front runners are determined,
and I'm fine with that. Period. Well, maybe not the intent. Maybe not Pink. Pink, I could see 2 whole different people who won the first one. 2 whole different people winning the second one because they're so competitive. That would be interesting. But yeah, I guess we'll have to see. But there you go.
Period. All right, y'all. That's it, girl. You gonna take it from here, sister?
Yeah, let's get into the motherfucking other shit, girl. Make sure you get into our schedule because, of course, every Monday and Wednesday we are covering our Love Island reality rewind. So get into that, Henny. Also get into Survivor 48. It's almost over, y'all. Keep trucking through. We got 2 more episodes, 3, however many.
I should be doing this.
Lock in. Go
Thursday,
ahead.
we have our Survivor Rewind, child. Okay, some of y'all be in the chat, Survivor Rewind. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Friday, Pharaoh will be going live for the Amazing Race because I don't do that. No shade. I will be back for the Big Brother season, but girl, I've been working, making moves in silence. And then next Saturday, we will be back for a Drag Race where League will be hosting. Mama. And then coming soon, we have our BB Rewind literally next month after
Yep.
Reality Rewind. So,
In a few
baby,
more
get ready to tune in. You better be there or be square. Period, mama. And then also, if you want to get into our Love Island recaps with us, by Monday, you need to be watching episodes 16, 18, and 19. That's pre-Casa. And then
Period.
Wednesday is 20, 21, 22, and 24, which is in Casa. Bitch,
In
okay.
Casa,
And
bitch.
Wednesday is going to be nasty. Everyone who's watched Love Island, especially this season, has told me to watch Casa Amor. And finally, I will get to see a Casa Amor. We will be watching also the After Suns, child, so we will be there. And also, if you're enjoying Reality Rewind, you need to get your votes in, mama, because we need nominations for the next season. The top 10 vote getters will be chosen between to be in the next Reality Rewind. So get your votes in. Just to be clear, girl, we're not doing BB because we have a BB Rewind. We're not doing Survivor because we have Survivor Rewind. There are international versions. You can vote them. But if it's the regular version, child, it's not getting counted. I'm sorry, Diva. I'm sorry. And last but not least, check out the Scripted Kingdom. Pharaoh is booked and she's busy. Coming soon. There should be more Black Mirror updates because the season has been over for like 19 weeks. We're waiting on Friendship. We're waiting on the April Wrapped. I mean, you're on the podcast getting drunk off Smirnoff when you could be editing. Let's talk that tea.
I gotta do the podcast. So after this podcast, I will be editing and posting the April recap. So all the girls who were waiting are getting the April Wrapped tonight. It could be at midnight, it could be at 10, it could be at 11, it could be at 12. Hopefully we get it done, and we're gonna get it done tonight. So we'll just see when tonight. So that's getting posted, and yes, baby. Period.
And thank you for real keeping it real with the kingdom, bitch. We're out. Period.